This is probably one of the most interesting prompts I've seen you do in a while.
Like low key shade is crazy.
No, no,
Um,
no, no. I'm saying the rest of the stuff that you. Let me be more specific. The rest of the stuff you put up, it's kind of hard for me to have a lot of an issue with. Is what I'm saying. I'm talking about for me.
okay. Do you know what the statue is?
Uh, if I'm, isn't that doesn't that have origins in Egypt? If I'm not mistaken.
Never Egypt, always commit. It's the Black Madonna and Child. They currently had a statue up in Europe. But go ahead.
Yeah, no, I don't think God can only be female. Of course, I would disagree with that premise. That is it doesn't it just doesn't track for me personally. It doesn't track. The data doesn't. The evidence doesn't support that. And my honest opinion, there's only one person in the universe that could be God, and it would have to be Jesus of Nazareth, 100%.
That's a male, right?
He is a man, yes.
So you think, all right, Julie, I know you religious, and if you don't know this, I'm not religious at all. So, because when y'all say that to me, y'all think it's some dick slinging nigga in the sky. That's
No,
what I picture when y'all say that.
no, I
I'm
don't.
just
No,
saying, and that don't make sense.
no, I don't know what do you mean a dick swinging nigga in the sky? First of all, do you
No, no,
understand?
no. When you think of think of what I'm saying. When you think of the like immaculate conception, right? The only way that like it makes sense that Jesus would be God, so to speak, is if there's somebody in the sky who impregnated a young girl through immaculate conception, and that makes no sense at all.
Okay, so by that logic, then the fact that the universe exists finely tuned for life doesn't make any sense to me.
It's not
Outside
finally
of
tuned for life though. That's the thing. The universe
well,
is chaotic. And like that's what I'm saying. It's chaotic and we spur out of that and we like, oh, it's made for us. Again, it's ego.
Tara, it's not ego, ma'am. The literal physical and the physical laws of entropy, the laws of physics itself, is not are not chaotic. They literally display fine tuning for intelligent life. Literally, that's not chaotic.
Intelligent life force species dedicated to its own destruction.
Mankind is dedicated to its own destruction, not initially. That wasn't our.
I don't know
In,
what's so intelligent about that.
okay, Tara, let me ask you this: How, do animals possess the ability to display conscience? It to the level that human beings do.
Yeah.
To the level human beings do.
But here, you're like to the level of human beings, is it possible that we just don't comprehend it, right?
That's
Elephants are
possible.
extremely intelligent. We think about whales. A species of whales are extremely intelligent.
They're nowhere near as intelligent as us.
Says who?
Says the studies that we've done on whales' brain waves, and
Based
we
on our
see.
studies, there's still ways we can't see. That we still can't make out exactly what's in a black hole. What are you talking about? We're
Tara,
limited.
you're not answering my. You're not addressing what I'm saying. You're tap dancing. What I'm saying is this: when you no, that is what's happening. When you examine how the universe is structured, it is structured according to laws of physics and physical constraints and constants. Let's start there. It doesn't make sense to me that the universe exists at all outside of a supernatural cause,
Well,
because
that's what you just said. You said to me, you're based on you. That's what I'm
no,
saying.
it's
Your
not based on me.
conception,
No, I'm
your
saying
limited understanding of the universe and the laws that you learned of us trying to understand around us. But there's a lot of things we don't know. That's the
right.
prime thing we
Exactly,
have
I
to
agree.
know. There is a lot we don't know, and you're like, well, based on what we understand, yeah, our understanding is very limited.
No, it's not actually. We understand enough. We understand more about the universe. Would you agree that we understand more about the universe than an animal?
Again, it's all assumptions.
It's not. No, it's not. It's testable, observable, verifiable, and repeatable. Would you agree that we know more about the universe than an animal?
No, this is the thing. You're
Just a yes or
assuming.
no, Tara.
No, it's not a yes. It's never a yes or no. But
Right,
here's
because
the
you're full of
thing.
because
Hold up.
you
Hold
don't
up.
want to concede the
Hold up.
truth.
You cannot confirm that there's no intelligent life more intelligent than we are on this
We,
planet.
as of yet, Tara, as of yet, again, you're not answering my initial question. Would you agree that human beings know more about the structure of the universe than an animal? Yes or no? That's a very simple
I'm
question.
saying no, and I told you why.
You
We don't
can't
even
say
know all
the
the
fact
species
that
in
you're
the
saying
universe.
no, Tara,
No,
demonstrates
I'm
that
gonna
you
tell
want
you
to remain
why.
intellectually
No,
ignorant.
no. listen what I'm saying. If we could travel through the whole motherfucking universe, to the edge of the universe, to the multiverse or whatever, and
Tara,
we scour that shit. No, listen to what I'm saying. And
you
we
ain't
like,
saying
damn, ain't
shit.
nothing out here but us. Then yeah, I would say yeah, I was concede to that
Well,
point.
Tara,
But we
as of
don't.
yet,
We
darling, we have
don't.
not, correct me if I'm wrong, sweetie, but as of yet, we have not found any more intelligent life in the universe outside of ourselves. So based around the principle of current conditions, we're going to say, and I would hope that you would concede for me to continue this conversation, that we as human beings know more about the structure of the universe and its fine tuning for life than an animal.
No, I can't. I can't do that. And you're
Then
not
you're full,
understanding.
then you are as full of shit as I didn't want you to be. So there's no point in
Because we
talking.
didn't get, hold up, we're not even talking about God as a concept of us on one planet inside the whole universe. You're talking about the whole universe that we have a limited understanding of. There are places in the universe we cannot even see at this point. And you're like, well, we can make this conclusion based on our experiences in our little space. And it just don't work like that. That's crazy. But fine. He coming like that because he religious. He not gaslighting me. I know how them religious niggas is. He didn't we not even talking about the concept of God no more. He all the way in the universe. He's convicted. But anyway, it was weird. If to say in order to continue this conversation, all right, go and get the fuck out of here then. He said humans ain't animals. He don't understand that we are animals. But that's what I'm saying. It's like they're you can't say we're the most intelligent. Like again, it's egotistical. We don't understand fully what other animals think and see. That's one. They're parts of the fucking ocean we cannot explore. They're parts of the universe we can't explore. So just saying that, like, oh, we're the most intelligent, that's fucking stupid. What's up, Eris?
Hey, yeah, that was fucking stupid. I don't, but hot take. I kind of disagree. I don't think God's binary at all. I don't think if there is a God out there, I don't think it would confront or conform to binary, you know,
So
our understanding.
let me explain the argument though, right? I want you to think about the concept of God that we have as this patriarchal male God. If we want to say God is like unisex, asexual reproduction, any of that, fine, right? I concede to the fact that the male is a manifestation of female in order to like exchange genetic material. Got it. But if we talking about the definition we have as a God is a creator, the nurturer, the one who like guides us and like that can only be a female. Literally. And I think we get so caught up in like, oh no, we want to inclusive everyone, but we have to think our concept of God is the creator of life.
No, I can see where you're coming from, but like I said, like because it is the fact that they consider God male is a form of patriarchy. It's literally where it comes from, and I get where you're like no, because males don't give life, males don't nurture life. You know, they don't do that. That's not what they naturally do. And I get where you're coming from, but I was just my mindset was like if it's if there is a being out there, right? If there's a supreme being out there, it would be so far beyond our limited understanding of it.
Yeah, like I'm listen, I'm not a I don't like this is one thing. I don't even believe in the concept of our concept of God. I think is flawed as a motherfucker, and I agree with you. What I'm saying is like if we look at the definition of what our creator is, right? This person creates life. We gave the higher being a gender. Like let's be honest, the God, the Father, whatever. But that's the contradiction that doesn't make sense. But the reality is that when we look at the world, Mother Nature, the creation of life, it is female, and we have to think about what do we call the way we conceptualize female in the first place, not just women, but female.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, I get you. I get where you're coming from. I understand exactly where you're coming from and your viewpoint. Because, like I said, if it is in fact, if it does, in fact, or constructs, it would by um, logical sense would be a female.
Yeah, because if we talk about the universe, we talk about life, and so yeah, a lot of that stuff. Yeah, you can say it's binary, no, and we're not talking about gender because it's not a gender thing. We've made it gender, right? We're talking about sex, biological sex. But when you look at nature, like it's female that creates life. It's only female that will be considered our understanding what God is. And the fact is, like, we are very male centered because of some propaganda that's been fed us about the male being God, which is why I'm saying if you think about it, like if God is female and God gives birth, that makes complete sense. But God is male and must use immaculate conception. That sounds like some made up bullshit. I'm gonna just keep it real.
No, it is made up bullshit. Because how the fuck? Listen, when I was reading the Bible. When I was reading the Bible the other day, just was bored. Don't judge me. I was bored, but I was reading the Bible and it was saying that where it took Adam, it took they took Adam's rib out to make Eve. And I like side eyed it. I'm like, you mean to tell me you made another human being out of a male rib? That makes no sense. That right there is a lie.
Yeah, the only time we get
Topic for
actual birth is Jesus, but then Jesus' father. Let me say it like this: Jesus' father would be Father God, who used immaculate conception and impregnate Mary, right? Or we could say that the virgin birth represents parthenogenesis and Mary gave birth to a boy or some shit like that. Like there's a lot of ways that the story could be told, a lot of ways it could be interpreted. But it's like we are so quick to want to make it a male, and we know why that is. The first gods on earth that humans worship were women, and then it became men and women when had a better understanding how the reproductive process worked. And then when patriarchy took over, Akhenaten and his boy shit ass motherfucking ass can't stand that nigga. But now we got male birth, we got monotheism. We have a male dominated society where we essentially are driving into our own fucking demise. But go ahead, George.
I bet. Beautiful topic. First, I want to say hello. Beautiful topic, my yellow black queen.
Nigga, shut the fuck up.
Sorry, I apologize. When y'all say guy can only be female, right? I because I've followed you for a while now, and I understand that now you're using female separate from referring to a human because the word supposed to be woman, but I get it. So the understanding is that it's feminine versus
You
masculine.
know some of the first gods were like cows and shit.
No.
No,
They
they
weren't
used to worship
gods.
cows and fucking birds and shit.
True, but they weren't gods.
That's what they saw as God.
Uh,
No. They was worshiping fucking cows.
they was praising and worshiping for sure, but they weren't considered gods. They
So
knew exactly what they were.
if you're worshiping something, that means you think it's a god. Stop playing with me.
Nah, there's men that worship women. I myself worship women, but I am not convinced
Okay,
they're
real
gods.
quick. Cole, this is the Black Madonna child. Um it evolved into Mary and Jesus. But yeah, it's the Black Madonna child from Ancient Connect. But you ain't talking about shit, George.
I could continue, but you know what I mean. I
Go
could stop
ahead.
too.
Go ahead and make your point.
Yeah. So if we just break it down plain and simple, as things, it's not even evolve but develop, right? The true essence comes out. That's what DNA expression is. That's what evolution is. The true essence comes out. So even though me, King God, me myself, was born of a woman, I possess the totality of what humans possess. See, I have an XY and chromosome. This is my main.
All right, go ahead, Virgin. You talking about yourself. You doing too much. What's up, Virgin? Is that what you
Man,
said?
but okay.
How's it going? Who am I speaking with?
My name on the screen.
Tara?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I don't think God can be female or male.
Why not? He on teacup. Um,
So the full expression is what I was speaking to.
no. All right, George. You playing, George.
I'm serious.
George, you can come at the end of the lives. Come at the end of the lives when we done talked about all the shit. Don't come at the beginning. Sorry, you on teacup. I don't know what happened. it's just interesting because like people so easily accept that God could be a male, but again, you have to think female is like our definition of female literally is like the giver of life, the creator of life. So it's like it's just interesting. I don't know where the fuck he at. I bet you he down a rabbit hole grabbing something, or he talking to his pastor.
It's about to be a conspiracy theory. Watch.
I don't know. But yeah, a lot of y'all should know about the Black Madonna child. It's from ancient Kemet, and this statue is actually I forgot where in Europe it is right now. It later versions of this we end up with Mary and Jesus.
Do they steal that question? Did they steal that
So
particular
everything's
statue?
stolen. Yeah, everything's stolen.
Figured. Listen, colonizers are gonna colonize.
Hmm. Um. That's why I don't like George coming up here. He be throwing shit off. And this nigga on teacup. You can come back when you got time. But yeah, like why I want a lot of people to think about why y'all struggle with the concept of God being female. If y'all subconsciously accept that that nigga been male this whole time, what's the problem with saying that God can only be female?
They see,
Like,
as they see women in.
hold on, you muted.
No, I heard your voice. That's why I mean.
No, go ahead. Yeah, that,
They see female and women as below them. So when they are confronted with the fact that the god could be a female, they recoil and they reject it because how dare a woman or a female be above me? How dare a supreme being be a female? Would destroy their worldview.
yeah, and the whole idea, like again, it's like think about it. If God like, right? Because it's so easy we accept like, oh, God have these roles for men and women, which is very limited, right? Um, but like y'all literally have y'all religious motherfuckers claim like, oh, y'all know who God is, yet y'all hate half of the fucking population based on who they was born as. Excuse me. What Greek stuff you talking about, Myron? Virgin, you back?
God can't reproduce. God can't have children. God doesn't sleep. God doesn't eat. So you can't limit God to a human being.
No, when did I ever do that?
You're calling God a female,
Okay.
which is a human trait.
Hold up. No. Are females only human?
That's what humans are, male or female.
No. That's not what I asked you. Are humans the only ones who could be male and female though?
Yes, species of humans can only be
There are no
male
other
or female.
species. There's no other species that could be male or female.
So what? God is an animal?
Female dog, female cat, female bug,
That's ridiculous.
female AI. What are you talking about?
That's
sir?
ridiculous. You calling God an animal?
You
If
slow.
Yeah, like you left to come back with that.
God is not a human, so
So
that just
true.
disproves everything.
I
God
don't
is not
have. It does not say human on the screen.
a female. What is a female then? What do you define a female as?
What do you think a female is?
A woman.
Only a woman.
Yes, that's what a female is.
George Bush definitely left your slow ass behind.
Are you guys like single mothers? You guys just sound like feminists who had like their baby daddies left them.
Oh, you're mad. Oh, the casual racism and misogyny is coming out of you real strongly.
No, but here's the thing. When it comes to like, hold up, I'm lost on y'all single mothers. That's crazy. But like again, the fact that you can't separate female out of just humans, again, egotistical. Like it's like y'all think we the only motherfuckers here, and everybody else is decoration. It don't make no damn sense. What's up, Jazz?
Yeah, you hate men.
What the fuck up?
So Everything
Hold
has to
on.
be woman powered with you feminists.
Virgin, shut your ass up. You make no fucking sense.
You a feminist.
You shut, and I sure the fuck am, and you're a dummy.
You a
What's your excuse?
feminist.
And you're
You're
dumb.
dumb, nigga. Shut up. Let her
You're a
talk.
feminist.
So, like I was saying, I don't think you niggas know what feminism is anyway.
You're a
For
feminist
them to
who can't keep
say
a man.
that something that's not a thing, something that is a thing that can create humans, how can a thing create something that it's not? Since you're so fucking smart.
Can you keep a man?
Can a dolphin create a human?
Are you in a relationship
Can
with
a
a man?
monkey create a human? Can a zebra create a human? Can a bug create a human? Probably fucking not. You can't create something that you're not. So you can't say a thing created people. If God was real, the very premise of Genesis is so fucking ass backwards and contradictory. You guys act like you can't read. But if you take it back there, how was God, quote unquote God, able to create Adam and Eve, but needed Adam's rib to create Eve when he created Adam out of thin fucking air? Or what was it, dust? Why didn't he also create Eve out of that dust?
He create no.
How
He
the fuck
created.
did you just
Hold on, let her finish.
there is fucking nonsense.
That means you don't
Literal
understand the
science,
Bible.
shut the fuck up.
You don't understand the
Literal-
Bible.
Shut the fuck up. Literal science proves that men genetically they're genetic mutations of women. You guys are genetic mutations of us. We are the beginning and the end. We are the beginning. You start off with a little clitoris and it grows into a penis. That is how you become a man. That is not the definition of Adam and his rib producing woman. That's not how that works. Women create life. Science proves it. How you got here proves it. How you develop proves it. So if you can't listen to
Yeah, I
science
don't believe
and
in
you want
God
to
no
talk
more,
it up
man.
to
What
shut
about
the
Satan?
fuck
Is
up
he a
while
man?
I'm talking. Shut the fuck up while I'm
No, I
talking.
quit.
Bye.
I'm not believing in God no
Shut
more.
up. I don't give a fuck. You guys like to ignore facts because it doesn't suit your misogynistic mentality.
Are you a single mother?
You guys are just like, shut the fuck up. Your mother was.
Are you a single
Shut
mother?
the fuck up. Your mother was. These dudes, these are the same kinds of dudes that would rather believe that aliens came from the sky and created the pyramids before white people will admit that black people were the ones that built the fucking pyramids. They want to discount greatness because they can't do it. That's really what it's all about. So leave your egos to the side. Listen to science. Listen to nature. Watch nature. And you will see what you believe and what you've been taught is a lie. Now
Are
you
you
may
married
see.
or are you a single
Hold
mother?
up. No, mute up, sir. What's up, Draco?
What's going on?
How you
He
doing?
can't answer if she's a single mother or
No,
not.
you can go. Hold on, no. We're not gonna respond to this stupid shit. What's up, Draco?
What's going on? What's going on? I believe what Shorty's saying. I believe the matriarchal way of life is a natural order. You feel me? Like the XY chromosome comes from the double XX chromosome. That's the original chromosome. You feel me? The woman is the original, the original human. Like parthenogenesis, there was times where women reproduced themselves, and it was just women walking around this planet without females. You feel me? Or without males. Excuse me.
Yes, I
But
mean, and
yeah,
there's
she
species
speaks
now
that.
that still reproduce through asexual reproduction. So, like, yeah, we
Yeah.
don't yet.
Yeah.
We don't have to look at it like, oh, when humans could do it. Like, there are other species in real time we can see it happening. But go ahead.
That's true. Yeah.
How are you breaking up? You breaking out, Draco?
Nate. A second.
No, you breaking up, sir. Hey, Monica. Some of y'all sound dumb. What y'all saying don't make no sense. Your signal messed up, Draco. Yeah, but I agree with you, Jazz. It does go a lot further back than people realize. And that's part of the problem with like Christianity. It got people thinking that the world is like younger than it is, and that civilization was set a certain way. Which is why, like, I have a problem with religion because it essentially like makes people docile and just accept things and not critically think about like the world that's around them. Um, Mateus, you like spamming the comment.
But I was gonna say that they don't. So speaking of the world and its age, they don't know that the world's almost 5 billion years old. So by their logic and by their religious standards, their religion doesn't make sense, nor is it real, because the world has existed for billions of years.
Yeah, it's not only that. Yep, yeah, and I kind of want to go back to this point where like you said it was both, right? And I want you to understand like how that like that's actually like erasure at the same time. Think about like when you hear these guys at these conversations and they're like, oh, it go both sides, right? So like the two opposite sides kind of exit out and don't make it's not important anymore. So if we're gonna say that God is male, the Holy Trinity is a three dicks slinging and touching each other, right? If we saying that, right? And then I'm like, no, it's female because that's who creates life. That's who sustains life. And you're like, well, no, it's both of them. Can you see how that's like dismissive? And that happens a lot because it's like, oh, it can't be man or it can't be woman. But when it's man alone, it's fine with it being man. But once it's like, and I'm not saying like, I know it's female, but I'm just saying y'all keep talking about humans. It's like anytime it goes to like women, anything that's associated with women, it got to be both. Then it need to be erased.
Well, I wasn't. Well, I wasn't speaking like in human terms when I said that the being itself could be like what I said earlier. It could be beyond our understanding. We don't like. We're trying to put our human limitations and limited understanding on that being, and that being could be far beyond what we understand or know it to be as. So it could be, it could be
Thanks,
both,
Monica.
or it could be, like I said, something beyond our limited understanding.
Yeah, I get that, and that's why I say I like. But it makes more sense that it would be female, and then male came later.
Yeah.
Based on the understanding we have of the world, it would be female, and then male came later.
Yo, could I say one thing?
Yeah, you go. You got your signal back.
Yeah, you speaking about religion. I feel like anybody who worship a man, especially if you're a man, you're a homosexual. Especially if you worship Jesus or Allah,
Can you?
you're a
But
homosexual.
the thing about that is like sexuality is a lot fluid, and when you like say that, like okay, there's a lot of people who want to freak out. Like a lot of people want to just be a hoe in the streets and freak out with everybody. Let's be for real. So it's like that's not really saying much of them.
No, like literally, like Christianity, Catholicism was built off of homosexuality. The man that they worship, aka Caesar, on that white Jesus painting,
So do
was
you
a
think?
homosexual.
Do you think that? Hold
King
up.
James, King
Hold
James,
up. Hold up. You
aka
got to chill
King
with that
James.
word. Calm down. You got to chill with that word. But do you think that
No,
didn't
that's why I
happen?
didn't say the G word or the F word, because the H word is the actual, it's politically correct. This is what they use. Like, I don't think it's
But what I'm
derogatory
saying,
in
do
any
you
way.
think it? Listen to what I'm make sure a specific question. I'm trying to figure something out. Do you
Right.
think that did not exist before the ancient Roman and Greeks got
No,
involved?
I do. I do. You had Sodom and Gomorrah. You feel me? Like that was over here in America before it was over there, you know? Like I know it exists. I know about the double spirited people. Like it get deeper than what people, but I'm
But
saying
it's
in
not just double
the
spirit.
religious way.
What I'm saying is like sexual activity is just like it's more fluid than a lot of us realize. And it's because like our limited perspective, because of this binary that we exist in, we live in a society where they want people to reproduce as much as possible and control people's sexuality. So it's like, oh yeah, you're not supposed to do this, this, and that. But the reality is, it's not that constricted. That's all I'm saying. The problem is we
Right,
have in
but
our
like if you
society
take
is
a
that
look at like a ankh versus a cross, like symbolically, it's like even it gets down to that level. Like a cross is
it's
two
weird because
male.
we talking about the creation of life and you talking about fucking though.
Christianity and Catholicism, it kind of distorts the original natural way of life, and
No,
at
there
the
you go right there. You talking about the original? Listen, animals, plant, usually fucking like
they do
y'all got some
they do
weird. Listen, to what I'm
they
saying,
do
sir.
they
The
do.
reason why,
You're right.
hold up, how you feel about same sex relationships, sir? How you feel about them?
I believe that's out of order.
Yeah, and see, that's what I'm saying. You indoctrinated yourself. Like it's not that
How
fucking
am
serious.
I?
This is
How?
why we got hold up. This is why we got cruisers and DL men in the fucking bathroom, fucking like on random times of the day, like because y'all got all these fucking constricted rules. This is not how it's supposed to be. But you got a dick in your ass and you sucking a
Hey,
dick in your
hey,
mouth. Like
gang, do
no, no,
what
no,
you
no.
do. But
Let's
I'm
just keep
just,
it
you
real.
asked me my
Hold up, no,
opinion. It's
no. We
my
gonna
world,
keep
so
it
it's my
real.
opinion. My
No.
opinion
No, no,
valid in my
no.
world.
Let me
You feel
tell
me?
you though,
Like,
like y'all be busting it wide open for each other all the time. We know y'all be doing that shit in secrecy. So you like that's not the natural order. Something so y'all like something gotta be natural about it. Y'all keep fucking doing it. That's what I'm saying. Like it's just weird because y'all like you harping on that. Like so you need to go to therapy. You repressing some real serious issues. Like the real truth is like people want to fuck. People want to fuck each other, and a lot of
this
times they
is
don't really give a
actually,
fuck.
this
But
is
y'all got
wild. Look,
I'm
I was
listening.
with you. I was with you when you was saying, God can only be
I don't
female.
care
But
if you
like,
lost me
you
there or
feel
not.
me?
It
Like,
is what it
when
is,
it comes to the
sir.
same schmecks, like, come on. I
No,
feel
no,
like
I'm telling you.
you're indoctrinated. Like, what?
All right,
What?
whatever. So listen,
Like,
I'm
come
indoctrinated.
on.
You about to meet a nigga at
Come on.
5 o'clock that you met a grinder. Go ahead, y'all. Zika.
What was that?
Yeah, Zaker, is that how you say your name?
Y'all, Zachariel, peace, power, and protection to you.
How you doing?
I'm doing good, very well. I love the conversation. And yeah, I've been teaching that for a long time on my platform that the energy comes from a woman that God, the creator, the architect, is feminine energy. It is also physical and spiritual. And that's like I know y'all was talking about the Bible, but I'm not religious, but it's
I
still
yo,
coded.
I wasn't talking about no damn Bible. Like y'all, like
No,
all the
no,
all the all the fictional books we could talk about. People just fixated on that one. But go ahead.
all right. So when we talk about the tree and the serpent, right? They feminine. They're twin flame, forever entwined. They're physical and they're spiritual. The tree is spiritual. The serpent is flesh and body. They together, and all things come from a woman. That's the order of life. And yes, we both we come together. You have to match what you coming out of. So if I come out of a woman, I have to match her DNA to go back into that woman to bring forth another life. That's all.
You need to go back into the woman.
Yes, like mating.
I know what you're talking
One
about.
one thing about it is,
Hold up, real quick. Real quick, Journey. Hold up. Y'all, Zika, do you think men got seed?
Um, I think man is the fertilizer, like the trees, for instance. Female trees produce fruit. Masculine trees produce pollen.
Okay, all right. I just want to make sure. I make sure because you said inside a woman. I want to make sure you're not one of them seed motherfuckers. But I hear what you're saying. Only thing I would
Thank
say is that I had female up here on purpose, and I was when I started live, I said like humans are very narcissistic and egotistical. And the thing that we when you say feminine energy, fine, you got it. But when we say like from the woman and stuff like that, like it's more than just women. Like the creation of life would be female anywhere in nature. But no, you good. I agree with you. What's up, Lemons?
you.
Hold on,
My
my bad. You
feelings.
wanted hold up. You wanted to respond, sir?
No, I'm good. I'm just listening. It's good.
Okay. I got ADHD. I can't on too long. I be
Me too.
go ahead, Lemons.
Hey, first off, I want to say thanks for putting this up because I've been telling people this for a long time, and everybody, especially Christians, be saying I'm crazy. And then the reason why I say it is because if you walk into a man's house, a man just has the basic stuff. He has a TV, probably his PlayStation, and some snacks inside of the refrigerator. If you go to a woman's house, she has a matching carpet with the shades. She has just everything looks so beautiful, right? Everything's put together. Then you look at the earth. If a man created this thing, it'd just be land in the sky. So you got waterfalls, you got rainbows, you got clouds, you got stars, you got moon. A woman had to do all that. I don't think a man did any of it. So that's why I believe God is a woman.
What your house look like?
Shit, hold up. I came up right now. This is what my house looked like. Just regular. TV.
I like that
That,
fireplace. I love me a
That's
fireplace.
that.
what I'm saying. You need better lighting though, unless you're just sitting in the dark.
Nah, I'm sitting in the dark. I just got home.
You lit it by yourself or a
Decorate the
woman
fuck
was
out of that on
there?
Christmas.
I live by myself.
Okay, you can decorate that shit yourself though. Like I don't, only want to say that because a lot of times I be thinking women supposed to come in and decorate your shit. How your what interior design or whatever. It don't look bad.
I can
Like the
decorate it for you. You gotta
fireplace,
pay me though.
yeah, that fireplace could look a lot better though. I ain't gonna lie, you might be onto something because I'm like, damn, you could do a lot more with that damn fireplace. You might be
Yeah.
onto something.
You can put a little
Yeah.
wine rack over there and
Yeah.
everything.
See, I'm not creative like that. I feel like women are creative. Y'all see how quick y'all, hey, put this here, put that. Like, nah, it had to be a woman that created everything here. Like, I remember being on a boat going deep sea fishing. I was in the middle of the ocean and the sun was rising. And I said, yeah, that's a woman right there. So that's what I believe.
All right, okay. All right, go ahead, Johnny.
Yeah, I'm glad he made that point too. That's another point that I ain't really look at it like that. But yeah, that even adds on to it too. Um, but I was saying like as far as just a woman being able to birth another person, it's just like should be common sense from the beginning. But
Yeah, that's why.
I
No,
think
go
that
ahead.
was tampered with. I think that was tampered with a little bit with the religious point looking at it. You know what I'm saying? And then they was able to say that a man and this and that. That's on another subject. But you know, as far as I feel like we should have been like duh, like a woman. You know what I'm saying? That's just the kind of feeling I get about it when I think about it. It's like a duh moment. Because that's what actually happens in front of our face every day since we was here. That's something that happens right in front of me.
Yeah, so that's why I was making a point about the seed because this common thing that we hear about like men are the seed is a way that men basically want to insert themselves in a creation process. And like yeah, Christians were going to believe in a certain way,
I
but
mean, I feel like we are definitely should be inserted in the creation process. We are too
I don't have
we are.
seed though. You understand that men don't have seed though, right?
What you mean as far as seed?
A lot of men be saying they got seed. Men, you hear things like, "Oh, put a baby in her," but it's
I
just
mean,
the baby.
however it go, it only happens when we get together. Let's just keep it there and be basic with that. We
No,
know
no,
it
no, no.
happens
That's
after we
important.
get
No, no,
together.
no. It's important though because again, like when it comes to creation of life, is in a patriarchal society, we want to downplay women's role in that. We want to make it seem like, oh, men got the seed and women are incubators or whatever the
No,
fuck.
that's why we need to come to a head and take equal, like we actually see going on. You don't see nothing else going on. You see when a man get with a woman, it happens. So let's
Yeah,
leave it
that's
there.
why. Hold up. That's why. Hold up. First of all, again, women created men, right? Females created male. In order to exchange genetic material, genetic information, right? But asexual reproduction literally like existed before that. That's why you got nipples. That's why they couldn't tell if you was male until 20 weeks of gestation. The reality is that women come first. The woman was first, and then when it comes to creators and sustainers of life, it is women. No
and
men did not
maybe
create
and
women.
maybe it's an anger going on within the women because y'all feel slighted with that information that we was taught and we was raised in certain things, certain things that got us beefing. But I feel like we need to basicalize all this stuff and simplify it for ourselves
Right, I don't
and
think
just look
women
at
should
it for what it
necessarily feel
is.
slighted.
It takes both of us to make a baby, so let's join together as brothers and sisters, as wild, however we gotta do it.
Brothers and sisters
As
fucking is crazy.
in a certain light, we saying brothers and sisters. I ain't saying brothers and sisters like that. It's a certain light that I still owe respect to somebody who I'm not dealing with like that, or who I'm dealing with like that as a sister. Still as a sister.
Yeah, but you kind of struggling with that concept that like men are just fertilizing and women are the creators and sustainers of life. Like, womb envy is the core like foundation of
Cause you know,
patriarchy.
sustain is meaning keeping it structural, keeping it on a
No,
foundation and
no,
keeping it
not
on
heavy
good
on
ground.
sustain. No, no, not heavy on sustain. Heavy on create. Heavy on creation is what I'm saying. Heavy on the creation, right? When we talk about parthenogenesis, when we talk about like just getting genetic information from the male, like when we talk about mitochondrial DNA, that's all something that women exchange. That's female. Though when you say get together, all right, men play a very small, minuscule percentage of that reproduction process. It's not half and half, is what I'm saying.
I
And
mean,
a
so
lot of
do
men
you feel like so answer the question? You feel like it'll happen if I don't get with you? If you never got with a man, you think you gonna reproduce?
So let me say a few things. One, you gotta understand
I
women.
mean, just answer. I
Calm the
can I
fuck
get
down.
a?
Calm the fuck down.
All
Damn.
right, all right,
What the fuck you so
all right,
excited for?
all right. You right.
Damn, I'm answering your question.
Yeah.
So again, parthenogenesis literally is asexual reproduction. We have times when women, random times when women can have asexual reproduction. In our society, when men have access to women, that's more less likely to actually happen, right? So yeah, we have that. But at the same time, this is what you understand: men, so many men have uh, ejaculated and donated that shit that men are not even necessary for the reproduction process at this time. Like that's what I need you to understand. Like the problem is y'all want to be either more or half. And the reality is you are not that important when it comes to reproduction. You just aren't.
What I want to add is that as far as you saying that we done gave sperm and stuff to the chemicals to the medical centers and stuff like that
The
you can
what
have
centers?
access
Hold up. The what center?
to the medical centers to have so that you can have accessible for you to recreate. I'm saying you adding that's an added on advantage that you adding on that's not realistic. It's not really realistic. So
No, no, no. You
I'm
missing
just
my
keeping
point,
it
sir.
simple.
Sir, listen to what I'm
We
saying. Listen to what I'm saying. If we woke up tomorrow and the men were gone, women could continue to create life. If we woke up the next day, it's just men, and y'all got a bunch of frozen eggs, you can't do shit with it. Y'all would go extinct. That's what I'm saying. It's not the same, sir. That's all
I'm
I'm
just
saying. Like,
no, I'm just saying
sir, calm down. I didn't say you didn't play a role. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying your role ain't as big as you think it is what I'm saying.
I think that the role is just as big as yours if based on what's been
And
happening.
there we have the problem. There we have the problem. You want to be just as important as the woman when it comes to reproduction. That's why we have
Nothing.
patriarchy. No, no. That's why we have patriarchy in the first place. That's called womb envy, sir. That's your jealousy of the fact that women can create and sustain life. Like you can't even take it. You can't get emotional. Like it's something very simple. I can draw an animated picture for you. You can look at the fact that I think the most important thing you need to understand, right? The sperm is the smallest cell in the body. There's a lot of different cells in your body. Sperm is the smallest one. You know what the biggest cell in the human body is? An egg. A sperm is 1/10 millionth the size of the human egg. Like if you look at it, literally on the microscope, it looks like lint on the fucking egg. It's not as important as y'all think it is, sir.
And I mean,
Come
I
not
don't
on.
not
really
only that, but
I
like,
don't
let's
even
be
really think it's
real.
important for us to get down to the bottom of that though.
Journey. Let's
Go
just
ahead,
think
sir.
about this for a second. For you to think that your role is just as big as the woman's, it takes you 3 or less seconds to impregnate a woman. Okay. Well, I mean, to do your business for that process to begin. And then you sit back and she does the rest. Literally, she does the rest. You don't do even a third of the work to create life that women do. Your organs are not moving throughout your body to release semen. Her organs are moving throughout her body to make room for that fetus to grow into a baby. Um, you can't, like, the hormonal changes, the everything. It's there's so much more involved than what you guys will ever have to partake in. So you do not participate in half of the work to create a being. You don't. That's
I
like,
don't
that doesn't make sense.
I don't want y'all for a minute to think I want to take something away from y'all from that whole
But can
process
we
you just
admit that?
explained.
Can we admit
Yeah, you
that
can.
y'all don't do even half of the work?
No, this is
Hold
what I'm
on, real
saying.
quick, y'all. Thank you for getting
This
a
is
live,
this
bro.
is
I didn't know y'all had got it. I appreciate y'all. Go ahead,
this is what
sir.
I this is what I'm saying about the percentage. I'm saying that my percentage it holds enough of weight to say that it wouldn't even happen without my percentage being involved. It's the design of how life has created it to be. That has nothing to do with me or you, the way it has to play out. When I come through and do my thing, then I come out and then your body is the one that makes this happen. So life is set up a certain way.
Without her egg,
But without
without
me,
her
that doesn't
womb,
happen. The
without
process don't
her
happen.
body, without her egg, without her womb, without her body, without her sacrifice, your quote unquote baby
Percentage.
would be nothing. Your percentage would be nothing but unalive sperm in a sock.
And we know that for
It would
both
be exposed
parties.
to air and unalive
Right. So we know that for
within
both parties when
hours.
the, when a condom is used, we know that for both parties.
Yeah, I don't think you're missing. I think you're missing the point here.
No, I think
You
you
guys
missing
are
the
not.
point.
You
That
no
we
no
know
no
that to
no,
be true. That's
sweetheart. You're
factual. I'm talking about
missing
what
the
actually
point.
happens.
You guys
I get.
don't do even half the work. Is what the point was.
I'm
Meaning
saying without
meaning
my
women
work,
are
there
the
is nothing.
creators. Women
I
are the
mean, can we agree
creators.
to that though? Can we agree that if me and you don't get together, is nothing?
No, because just like she
So,
said, if we woke up tomorrow and men were completely gone, there's enough sperm in banks that would
oh
continue the
wow,
population long enough, much
oh
longer than
wow.
it would ever last if it was just
So
y'all that woke
so
up together.
so if those disappear out of I don't know what could happen to a building. It's only a building with the stuff in it. So I don't know why you so confident
It
in
won't.
it.
It won't
But
disappear. Y'all too eager to give
you
it away,
saying it
sir.
won't? Yeah,
No,
you saying it
y'all know.
won't?
Listen to what I'm saying, sir. Listen to what I'm saying. Y'all don't even charge. Like, if you look at the difference of the price of an egg and a sperm, y'all don't even value all that shit. Y'all throw that shit in the sock. You know it's not that fucking
I don't
valuable.
think y'all
No, you
Um,
think
valuing
it,
what's real.
sir. It's not that. Listen, it's not one building. It's multiple buildings. Y'all eager
um,
to give that shit. If I
So
said I
y'all
do
really
$5,
standing
if I said I would
strong.
give $5 for something, you give me something in 30 minutes, sir. What are you talking about?
I'm trying to understand why you even adding that on to. We talking about if it was just me and you as versus trying to make population. We're not gonna add on all this stuff that could be waiting for you in the cut so that you can live on
do you know?
without
I'm
me.
sorry. Do you
You
know
trying
what's
to add
funny?
on an advantage that I don't have if you're not with me. See
George
how
in
that
the
work?
It's
George
fucking
in
you
the.
up.
Do you know?
It's
What's
fucking
so
him up.
funny? This is how you know these men don't know a damn thing about women's bodies because George in the chat said the eggs
He a
expire every month
troll. No,
and
he a
their own
troll. Don't
body
respond to
discards
him.
it. That is called a period. Women are
Oh, that's
born with
Jazz.
eggs.
Jazz. George is a troll. Please don't respond to
But
him.
this is just for educational purpose. Did y'all know that women are born with eggs? They're born with it. We
So that
are
means you can have a
born with
baby
it.
without a man.
Pause. We are born with it. Y'all sperm has to develop.
I
You're
think
not
y'all
born with
trying to
your
argue
sperm.
and I'm
We are
not.
born with our eggs.
I think y'all upset about us giving you this, and I'm trying to equalize
Did
it
you
so
know
we could
that,
be
Journey?
on the equal
Did you know
plan
that,
with
Journey?
this.
Were you aware of that, Journey? Or did you just learn something new today?
But see, that's the problem. You hear what he's saying? He wanted to be equal. You
Women
want to
also.
equal.
Oh,
That's
sorry.
the thing. He wants to equalize it. It's not equal, and that's
There's
what you
things that I
struggle
gotta
with.
do. There's things I gotta do involved with that baby that's not gonna be equal with you
Did
as
you
Hold
life
know
up.
goes
that?
on. This is a
Hold up,
whole life
Johnny.
we talking about here. This
Hold
a
up,
whole
Johnny.
process.
Hold up, Johnny. Go ahead, Lemon. She wanted to add something.
I was also going to say women go through 4 different periods of their period. Like it's 4 different cycles they go through. So yeah, that's another. I just wanted to add it on to that.
Y'all gonna have to look at this thing like it's done right and it wasn't done wrong. However God made this thing to work out, we see it happen. You see it happen is outside influences that got us thinking in other areas. Got y'all even worried about who takes the credit for this like
Hold up,
that.
real quick.
Why
Hold
we
up, real
can't
quick.
equal? It's
Hold up,
looked at as it's like we supposed to take
Johnny.
equal credit, but a story and
Journey, did
a
you not,
background made
Journey,
y'all look another way.
calm down, Journey. Did you not come in here and say that you agree that God could be only female. Did you agree or disagree with that?
I agree with. I don't really agree with the God. I wanted to specify that because I don't look at it like God, like it has to be God. But I do feel like creation, and it more points to a woman if we're going to talk about a God. If you want to put a God on it, a woman should hold a God title.
Okay,
If
so
we're
why
going to do
would
that,
okay, if that's the case, why do you think that?
because of the reproduction situation, because of how we reproduce. If a woman is the one that has it and does that to make it come out, what makes me think that I was here first?
Okay,
Out of just
so
common sense thinking.
if I'm arguing that when it comes to reproduction, women play a much bigger role than men, why are you having a problem with that?
Because it take me to get with you in order for it to take process. So that's the unknown thing that's out in our mind because we don't know it to happen like that. So that's something that God might something we gotta accept not knowing that. We gotta accept that we don't know that. Y'all searching and reaching for something that we don't even we could be brothers and sisters about this. This is something that's an added on conflict.
I don't know
We
what you're
ain't gotta
talking
get
about.
down to the bottom of that.
No, it
We
ain't
ain't
got to
gotta
be that
get down to
complex.
the bottom of that.
It's only complex because you want to insert yourself too much. That's it. That's the only
You
reason
say
why it's so
what?
complex. It's complex because you want to insert yourself too much. That's the
I mean,
problem.
you want to exclude me, and I'm trying
I
to
didn't
insert
exclude
myself
you.
where I
I
properly
didn't
need to
exclude
be at.
you. Hold
We
up. I
gotta
never
get down to the
excluded
bottom.
you.
I'm saying
Journey.
it takes us to
Journey.
get together.
Journey. I literally
Well,
did not exclude you. I just said the man's role is some come in the cup. That's it. That's your contribution. Come in the cup. When it comes to creation of life, men's contribution is come in the cup.
oh man,
You disagree with that?
I don't believe that. Why would I agree with that? It's just come in a cup. I know it got to get in you to make anything break, anything
I
go
can get.
down.
I can get
So
it. I can get it with just a cup. Is what I'm saying. You don't like.
I
You.
mean, but you still
It's
gotta
not.
get
All
it.
that
You
ain't
still gotta use
necessary.
me. You
No, you
still trying
don't.
to
No, we
exclude
don't,
me,
sir.
but it gotta
You
come
don't.
from
No,
me.
no, no, Journey. That's the problem. When it comes to reproduction, no, I would not need you, Journey. Like
But
the
you
man
need to
needs
get
the
the
woman. The woman
sperm though.
does
You
not need
saying?
the man. No,
But
no.
you need the sperm in the cup, right?
No, come in a cup. That's you. That's your contribution. Thank you,
You don't.
sir. That's it.
You
No,
need it from
sir.
me though.
No, that is it. That's fine. And I did
Tiara,
not
you
say.
my sister,
I
girl.
did not
We ain't.
say you played
This
a
ain't no
role,
beef. This ain't no
Journey.
real beef.
Listen to
This
what I'm
ain't no real
saying,
beef here.
Journey. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm not saying you don't play a role. I'm saying you are inflating your importance in it. What I'm saying is literally all you got to do is come in a cup, and that's it. That's it.
I feel like we shouldn't even be conversing on the weight of each other's role. It happens when we get together. Let's leave it there. We are important to each other. Why we can't just be important to each other is what I'm trying to. If you really being real with people here, be real with me. I ain't did you nothing to not be real with me.
I'm just saying. I'm gonna let you process that for a second. What's up, J. Rob?
Hey y'all.
How
Yeah,
you doing?
Why we can't? I'm trying to get y'all to
Hold up,
process it. I
Johnny.
didn't
Hold up,
process
Johnny.
it.
Hold up, Johnny. Let J. Rob go.
yeah. So, I wanted to speak on two things that I've been listening to. One thing is, I feel like he wants to be equal with the creation of children, and it's just no way possible that you can be equal. Other than the DNA part of it all, it's 50% the woman and 50% the man when it comes to the DNA. Other than that, the creating life, it's 99.9% the woman. There's no way around that. The baby takes the nutrients, calcium, blood, everything circulating in a woman's womb, in a woman's body is given to that child. So you just can't be equal in that
But it
regard.
but it is safe to say that it doesn't happen until.
We all know that, sir. That's not what anybody's saying. We're
Okay, so
passing
why
by
are we
that
going?
part
I'm saying, why are we even going further than that?
because
If
we
that's
don't want
where
to
it stops
downplay
at.
what women do. And one thing that we see in this world is that men downplay the role of women creating these babies. You like to, like you right now are downplaying it. You're like, you want us to say 50-50 type of thing. And it's not 50-50 in reality and how biology works. It's not. And there's no way you can confute that. I feel like you're stuck in a place and you kind of need to get over it.
I feel like the way our lives go doesn't allow for the man to play the part that was officially designed for him. And that's why this thing has gotten a little lopsided and a little shaky on our understanding
No,
about
your
things
understanding
between
is
each
warped.
other.
Your
But as
understanding is
far as
warped because you're
but
a
as far as
male.
the life of a, I'm just saying, as far as the life of a child goes, it doesn't even stop once it gets here. It still has to be raised up and taught things, and it's going to be times where I'm gonna have to take the bulk of the responsibility.
You're
And
still
I just
talking
want to,
about creation though, and you moved off of creation. It's like you want to be stuck on before the creating is done and after the creating is done. We're actually talking about the creation. And with the creation part of it, you did not do anything. You didn't. The
I
baby
mean,
didn't form in your womb at all.
this is what I'm saying.
You don't have a womb to do it.
I'm saying if my participation is so important that if it doesn't happen, the whole thing doesn't happen, then we need to give it some strong look at it, you know? Why are we discounting that so much? Like nothing
But no,
happens unless that happens.
I see. Anyway,
So let's just leave that
I wanted
alone.
to answer- we're not
We could
leaving
just really
anything
leave that
alone.
Well,
alone
here's
though.
the problem with it, right? Like when nobody's saying anything, men going as far to say they got fucking seed, women are incubators, they put a baby in them, they want to put their name on the fucking baby, and then like when we get pushed back, no, we both play a role. No, you don't, son.
Right.
Like we don't physically even need you. That's the thing.
I don't even think the
So
child
you
should get the
saying
father's name because the
Sir, you
child
is
is coming from the
significant
mother.
as a blood transfusion, sir. Literally, that's yours is fucking as sufficient as a fucking blood transfusion. That's it. We don't need you, sir. That's just the reality of it. And y'all so eager to give it up. It ain't
what
like
kind of
no
blood?
sperm. It's
So
just the truth.
you saying once somebody deny you the sperm, because that's what you're gonna put yourself in the position of that.
Y'all not
Like
denying
I'm telling you,
sperm. No,
you ain't
sir.
gonna be
That's
able
what
to
I'm
do
saying.
it.
Hold up.
You ain't gonna be
That's
able
what
to
I'm
do
saying.
it without me.
Journey, that's what I'm saying. Y'all don't even want to wear a condom. Y'all are eager to give away your fucking sperm. You don't value your sperm. You put your sperm in a fucking sock. The shit sitting in your drawers in a hamper right now. You don't value that shit. It is not hard to get your fucking sperm, sir. That shit ain't nothing. It's like spitting on the ground. Y'all do not even find it that important. And matter of fact, because you produce so much of it, most of it ain't even fucking capable of creating life. That's the thing.
I'ma holler at y'all. Think about what I said.
Ain't nobody think about that shit. You ain't saying nothing. Go ahead, LaMan Drina.
Trina, hey, hey all. I just wanted to like point something out that I noticed when we like have these conversations, right?
But real quick, can y'all tap the screen, share the live, and send a daily heart me? That's the live goal right now. Go ahead. You go ahead, Madrina.
Yeah, one thing I always realize is it's always, yeah, you know, we need the seed to create, right? It's all like the power is always in their hands till the woman decides to keep the child. Till he leaves his seed in the woman with no commitment, no nothing, situationship, hullabaloo, right? And she decides to keep the child, then it's, oh, she trapped me. I thought she didn't have any power, right? It's kind of weird because if women can decide to be the givers of life and unaliving, that is close to the function of divine itself. And because, again, most men don't even value their own seed, don't practice retention, don't practice celibacy, don't practice, again, abstinence, right? All these kind of practices that are healthy, right, to our own kind of sexuality, they don't practice. But then at the same time, You know, like I think it's easier to say, like, it's easier to put the blame and to say one thing for women, but also I feel like men need to be held accountable. Do you know what I mean? Like the journey guy who just left, he literally was talking about how we need the seed to create. But when we do have the seed to create, because let's not lie, a lot of men just be not in where they please, right? No thought of who this woman is, who, what, you know? And I feel like a lot of like the people that come on here to say stuff, right? It's because they've had those kind of experiences, picking just anybody to put their seed in, right? They don't have the awareness or the accountability. And now they want to make the rest of us feel bad for their choices. But yeah, I just wanted to point that out, and I don't know if anyone else had seen that.
Um,
Agree.
And
Jay,
apologies
you
if
want
I didn't articulate it well.
I don't know what just happened.
are you fine?
Or did it cut out?
I don't know. You just drive. Jazz, you unmuted. You want to say something?
I was just saying that I completely agree. They want so badly to feel a part of something until it requires some level of responsibility. And once that responsibility is required of them, all of a sudden, nah, she got it. She got the power. She birthed it. She kept it. She chose to have it. It's her responsibility. It's her responsibility. But you just heard this man come up here and say, well, you couldn't do this without me. Without me, without me, without me, without me, without me. You couldn't, you couldn't, you couldn't, you couldn't. But they don't believe that when it comes to raising a child. They don't believe that a woman should not be left to raise a child and raise offspring on their own, although women are fully capable of doing so. What it really boils down is poverty that hinders women from being able to successfully raise children sometimes. But if women if women just off the bat were given all financial support needed to raise a child, they would not need any kind of men in the picture whatsoever, because you don't necessarily need a male presence to raise productive, functional beings of society. That's just a fact. Men have made their roles inadequate because of that mindset. They have all the power until responsibility is in question.
That's
Yeah,
interesting.
if anybody who believes
What about
that,
the
they
men?
prove.
What about them?
Hold on, hold
What
on,
about
hold
the
on. You
men?
just got here. Hold on, you just got
Can
here.
you wait? You're teaching
They
me.
prove that like they're not needed when they abandon their children though. Go ahead, Els Panero.
Yeah, I like to say that a lot of people they use the far end negative experiences to validate their point. Like she was saying that they only care about the child, or say that you need them until they abandon them. Those are some men, but I don't think that's the majority. I think a lot of people use these far end negative experiences to validate their point. They cherry pick scenarios and use that to validate their point. But also to the prompt though, it says men. There's two things: men don't have seed, right? I really wanted to address the other prompt that you had up about men don't need. Oh no, there's no. The last thing, it was something like,
God can only be a woman.
yeah, God can only be a
I
woman,
mean, God can only be female. My
but a
bad.
female, right? But I'll address this one first, right? It just boggles my mind how anybody could make a definitive statement to say men don't have seed. I don't know if this is metaphorically or are you mean like is this used as a metaphor, or does this mean like in real life? Like,
Men literally say they have seed, and I'm saying men don't have seed.
so okay, so you're literally saying that. Okay, so I don't know why, but I also understand, the tactic between, the way some of these things are worded on TikTok to get engagement, to get, people to come on here and disagree. But men do have seeds, and that's exactly what sperm cells are.
No,
Yeah.
they're not. That's what I'm saying. So
No,
a seed
the word
contains like, hold on real quick. A seed contains like the full package for growth, right? And it can develop
no.
life on its own. No. Literally, seed already has the embryo in it. And the seed is from, the reason why we get it conflated is because seed comes from the plant family. In animals, you have eggs, and plants, you have seeds. But in a seed, literally, the animal embryo is there. When it comes to sperm, right? We know that the genetic material from the head of the sperm is the egg pulls it in, and the tail basically falls off. But when it comes to like the embryo, literally, it starts in the ovum. It starts in the ovum. You
So
can literally see, if you look at the reproduction process, you can see the ovum is multiplying to become the zygote.
can I ask a question?
No.
Hold up,
So,
not yet.
Okay.
Do y'all
mm,
even know what a zygote is?
I'm gonna see
No.
if I got this picture on my phone. Hold up.
the sperm is the seed.
The sperm is like a fertilizer, like the sun and
So
water.
here it go right here.
The seed is
So
the sun and water.
I'm
The
gonna change my
sperm,
screen.
the
Hold up,
sperm
real
is the
quick.
seed, and the egg is the
Sir.
soil.
Hold up, sir.
No.
Hold up, sir. Hold up, y'all. Hold up. Can y'all hear me? Hold up. All right, so that the top heavy parts of the seed, the embryo inside the seed. Okay. Now we see that the embryo develops in the egg, right? It starts with the ovum. That's what you see. Fertilization from sperm. It gets the information from the sperm, and then the ovum multiplies to become the zygote, which essentially becomes the stage to become an embryo. The sperm is not implanting the ovum; it is already there.
If that was the case,
So,
then women would be able to impregnate themselves.
That's not what she's saying. Y'all so quick to want to respond. It's just simple science. A seed needs water and sun to even grow. That would be the equivalent of you guys' sperm. That's the equivalent.
And sorry,
No,
Jay,
that's not the equivalent. No. The equivalent for a man is horse manure.
No.
No. That's just
It,
it's
it, it, it
fertilizer.
it just almost sounds like
or like
some of these
pollen.
prompts are
Pollen is
meant to
like the male
invalidate the
Yeah,
whole
equivalent.
pollen.
purpose.
I had one for that one.
It just seems
Yeah.
like the whole purpose is to invalidate a
Nah,
man.
I give him the sun and water,
No, it's
y'all. I'll
not.
give him that.
Sorry.
Educating you guys and to not
A
believing the fairy tale
sperm
story
is
that
the
you
male
guys
seed.
told
This
for
basic
your
biology.
entire lives. Excuse
It's
me.
basic biology.
No. It is a
Yes,
different.
yes.
No. The
Yes,
reason
yes,
why
yes,
y'all
yes.
have a problem,
Hold
that you can
up,
be
hold up, real
childish all you
quick.
want to.
Hold up, Jazz, because she said no, you can't give them the sun and the water. That's the problem. Because as a woman in a patriarchal society, you've been taught to devalue women's process and life of creation and overvalue men. A sperm is equivalent to a pollen grain, not the fucking sun and water. Pollen, the shit that make your allergies fucked up. That's what a sperm would be equivalent to in the plant family. That's literally it. The egg will be equivalent to the seed, not the sperm.
No, that's
okay.
basic
Can
bio.
I
It's
ask
basic
a question?
biology.
Actually, can I come in and say this? Because I'm a gardener, so I'm by trade. I deal with it. We deal with this every day. The reason why you get allergies or hay fever, right? You get allergies when there's a lot of pollen in the air. And that's because the pollen settles at certain times of the year when it's unable to reproduce or find a flower to reproduce and make a seed. So that's how you get fruit. That's literally how you get fruit to eat, is the seed in the fruit is as a result of the cross-pollination from pollen to a flower, which is the female part of the plant, right? So this
Okay.
cycle happens even in trees, where you have trees that have give you fruit and a flower. So the pollination happens even hermaphroditically, as you can say, which is basically both genders in one like organism. So please, let's pay attention when sis is bringing up the diagrams and stuff, because we're educating. Because I don't
Okay.
think a lot of
Yeah.
men are aware of
Can I ask Tara a question?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't even make
this
sense.
land first, and then whoever wants to ask their questions can. Because I'm just saying that the importance of what we're talking about is super important, because a lot of men do not pay attention to sexual reproductive health. Unfortunately, we as women have to, because we literally bleed, right? 7 days a week, every month. So biology is literally happening to us. We have to pay attention to that. So men don't really have the responsibility to pay attention to this kind of stuff. But anyway, you can go say what you want to say.
Well,
Men absolutely
I
have
actually didn't get to finish what I was saying.
Mm-hmm.
The equivalent of what Buddy Below is saying is the equivalent to YT people taking credit for what
Here we go.
BLK people have done through history.
That's a false
And
equivalence.
they want to, out of that shut.
You can go after her. Don't interrupt.
The reason why it's imperative to inform you guys of what you believe to be true your entire lives is because facts matter. Reality matters. If you have a group of people trying to take credit for what another group of people have done, i.e. what YT people do to Black people all the time, they erase and twist our history. They erase and twist the truth to place themselves in a more powerful more intelligent light, right? They want to take credit for something they did not do or that they had very little to do with. And to say that us discovering this and teaching this publicly, to say, oh, well, that means you hate white tea people. No, that doesn't mean that we hate them. That means that we are simply reclaiming our rightful history, what is true, and placing it in front of the world to say this is what history is
Okay,
what
that's
what it was.
understandable.
So when he says, "Oh yeah, y'all just hate men," or when they come with that feminist nonsense, they're trying to deflect from the truth because they know exactly what that means for them. That means you have to try to find something else to take credit for. You have to be more original this time around, and also understand that the world is not centered around men. It's not, and it never should have been. I land. Now you can speak.
Okay, thank you for that. So nobody's trying to take credit for creation. What it is that both men and women co-create. The male seed is a sperm cell. It produces in the testes. Each sperm carries 23 chromosomes, half the DNA required to create a human being. So nobody's trying to say a man is responsible or take credit for it. What we're saying is that in order for life to exist, men and women co-create. So the sperm fertilizes a woman's egg and they form a zygote. That's the beginning of life. So therefore, the sperm is the seed because the seed is implanted and it's fertilized within the egg. So the man does have seed.
Makes no sense.
No,
I,
so
li-
again,
I literally just broke.
hold on,
Wait,
real
wait, wait,
quick.
wait, wait, wait. I literally just said each sperm has 23 chromosomes. That makes
Hold on,
perfect
hold
sense.
on. And I know, I heard that. I heard that. But like, how much mitochondrial DNA comes from the father,
That
son?
makes
How
perfect
much?
sense, right?
Hold up. How much of your father's mitochondrial DNA is in your body?
Each sperm carries
No,
23
Hold up,
chromosomes.
real quick. Hold up. We
That
get
makes
it.
perfect sense.
Wait, hold up. The reason why chromosomes so fucking important because that's what the men share. They share chromosomes. But we don't talk about the fact that none of your mitochondrial DNA makes it to the fucking baby. We don't talk about when we look at the ancestry results. When you look at your ancestry results, they're maternal. That's the thing. And it's not a fucking seed. It's literally what I'm showing you. The equivalent to a seed, right? To an egg. Then sperm to pollen. When we look at the contribution of the male, it's fertilizer to the ovum that is already there. It's like you're like, oh, the zygote, yeah, because the ovum is multiplying now. Once the ovum is multiplying, we get the zygote. But the ovum, if you look at it, is already there, right there. And during fertilization, the egg is not sitting there dormant. It's literally a living cell.
It
So
cannot
it's like, no,
create. It cannot
here's the
create.
thing, sir. No one is saying that men don't play a role. That's never the thing. The problem is y'all want to hyper inflate your role. That's
No,
the
no, 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 no,
problem.
no, no. I'm not
Hold on,
hyperinflating.
real quick. Let me get everybody in so we can open the panel.
Wait, I wasn't
Mama,
done
you
what I was
gotta wait.
saying though.
That's the order.
I
Okay.
wasn't finished.
Host, can I just say my last thing? Because I wasn't finished when I started talking
I
about
wasn't finished what I was saying.
Hold
I
on.
never got to talk.
Hold up. Hold the fuck up. First of all, I still need 3 heart needs for my live goal. Make sure y'all tap in the screen. Else Panero, make it quick. Land your plane. J
Right.
Rob, go ahead real quick, then you can
A
go.
s-
And
a
then we're
s-
gonna get everybody else in the conversation.
Nobody's trying to hyperinflate. What I'm saying is that, and I said this from the beginning, it takes a man and a woman to co-create. A seed is the small part of the plant that grows into a new plant. Somebody said it doesn't make sense. Each sperm cell carries 23 chromosomes. That's half the DNA required to create a new human being. So nobody's trying to overinflate. What I'm saying is that it takes a man and a woman to co-create. Women don't create, they co-create.
Can I just correct myself because I didn't say it didn't make sense. I said it was misinformation what you're saying.
It's not misinformation.
The egg and the sperm cell fuse. They fuse. Their sperm fuses with the woman's egg, and the conception can only happen at a certain point in the woman's cycle, which is usually ovulation, which is when the egg leaves the fallopian tube and waits basically essentially for insemination. And usually when there is no egg, the woman when there is no sperm in the pathway, the woman does not become pregnant. This is why we were mentioning earlier the importance of knowing about a woman's cycle. Like this is why you have to know. what you're
That's
doing. This is why a lot
that's
of
not
men.
necessarily true.
Well,
No,
I
yes,
don't
it
even know what that has to do
is.
with
Wait,
what I
wait, wait,
said.
wait,
You're
wait,
not
wait,
even a
wait.
woman.
I don't
No,
know.
I'm
That
saying
has
that's not
nothing to do with
necessarily
what I
true
said.
that a
What?
woman
Wait,
can
wait,
only
wait, wait,
get
wait.
pregnant during her
Real quick.
ovulation. She can get
Hold
pregnant
up,
outside
hold
of her
the fuck
ovulation.
up.
Yeah, she can get.
Hold up. No,
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 I
no,
said
no. You too,
usually.
no, Madrina, you too. No. I'm trying to get an open panel. We're not there yet. Some people have not spoken yet. We're not carrying on the conversation. Madrina, I'm going to land you right there. Pernell, you got 30 seconds to finish your point. J-Rob, you have 30 points to clarify, and then we're going to go around to the last 4 people and speak. Go ahead.
Well, first of all, everything she said had nothing to do with what I said. If we call what grows in the earth a seed because it creates life, then we must call what grows life in the world a seed too. The male sperm is not metaphorical; it's literally and scientifically the human seed.
Okay, got it. Go ahead, J-Rob.
So I'm still. It's not making sense. It's just so much to say, and I know you want to.
Yeah, we're going to have open panel. You can say all the stuff during the open panel. I'm trying to get
Okay.
everybody to speak first. Go ahead,
Okay.
Cowboy. Cowboy, you on mute.
Oh, sorry about that. My bad. All right. So basically, all I wanted to say was I agree with Els Paz or whatever his name is. I agree with what he was saying. But I also respect what you were saying as host, as far as it is a lot of toxic masculinity out here where men try to make women feel like, they do have to rely on us. So that I feel like in both cases is correct, but I do feel like the majority of all of this, if we want the true answer to this question, it's going to start with God.
Yeah, we already was talking about that earlier. God will be. Do you think God will be mad? Do you think? Oh, he gone. Go ahead, Church Clarity. Clarity on mute. Go ahead, KY.
KY Jelly, it's your turn.
I already said it. She said that women can only get pregnant during ovulation, and that's not true.
I didn't say only. I said usually. Oh my gosh.
Hold on, real quick. It's open panel. He wanted to respond to what you were saying. Y'all, I need 2 more hot music to get the live goal.
He said he was responding to when I was like speaking, but I literally said usually when I was saying my point because I know that ectopic pregnancies happen. I'm a woman. I have a cycle. Of course, I know it's not just ovulation. But for the people that don't know, right? Because a lot of people don't know about how sexual reproduction happens. But yeah, sorry.
A lot of these men don't know.
Okay, and I also wanted to touch on another thing that Jazz said earlier about women can raise children by themselves. All they need is financial, when that's not necessarily true.
How?
Hold up. What?
That is true, because a lot of women with children would come out of poverty if they had the financial support behind them.
Yeah, so hold up. Before we even get to that conversation, right? The thing about patriarchy literally is men using military and brutal like literally what is it called? Like using muscle to essentially like covet natural resources so that women have to like placate into this artificial world that they made up. So that like, yeah, women are dependent in this society, but like do women actually need men to raise children? Fuck no. Not fuck no. That's why your daddy can abandon you and you can still become a successful person.
Can I also say, host, I wanted to say this earlier. I actually did a little bit more researching because I always used to think that I always knew that we had the seed as women and that men were the fertilizer. But as I really truly understood it, I can't say water and sunlight. You're actually absolutely correct. It is pollen. And when you think about the seed and you think about the egg, it can not be anything else other than the pollen. It makes perfect sense. And I used to, like I said, I wanted to give them the water and the sunlight, but no, that's actually just the woman's body creating those nutrients for the egg as well. So for the baby to form. So
And you really need to think about, right? Why do you think that? The same reason these niggas out here thinking they got seed and their little puny penis, fucking sperm is penetrating the egg. Like they don't realize that the egg shoots sperm, none of that shit, right? They overinflate their importance. They make it seem like this little piece of sperm is dominating the fucking egg, and
right.
then women are incubators. And think about that. Think about that world and why you think that it's okay to equate men's sperm to the fucking sun and water.
Yeah,
Essentially,
I take that.
You see right there, just by the way you're saying it, just by the way she's saying it, she's minimizing the man's purpose.
I am. It should be minimized.
But
No,
that's
it
the
should.
thing though.
No,
No,
I
and you're
am.
doing
No, I
that to
am.
combat.
Hold up. I am because it should be minimized. I am because it should be minimized. Y'all ego too fucking big when it comes to reproduction. You motherfucking right. It should be minimized, sir. You ain't that important.
So
And that's the truth of it.
wait. So you're sick of saying that the man's sperm is half of what it takes to create life? You're sick of that?
It's half the DNA, sir. Half
Right.
the
That's exactly what I said. So
but
you're
you
sick of
wouldn't
that? How is that?
anything.
How
No,
wait, I wasn't done talking.
no. It's not half of DNA. It's half of the chromosome.
They
Because
were
you
half, right.
only,
It's half the. It's
sir,
22.
calm down. You only carry mitochondrial DNA from your mother. So you can't just say it's half of DNA. It's half of your chromosome.
She
The
said that,
genetic
not me.
information for the baby. Yeah.
She said that.
Yeah,
You
me
corrected
contributed
her.
it. Nobody
So,
say
right.
you didn't. But it's not half of the DNA.
No,
That's
what I'm
not
saying is it's half of what's needed and to create life. You have an egg and you have a sperm. Nobody's overinflating it. So when you say minimize, what's the point of trying to nobody's hyperinflating anything. I'm saying half of what is needed. So what's the point of trying to minimize somebody saying half of what's needed? I don't get that.
half of what? The chromosome?
In order to create life, you need a sperm and an egg that form a zygote. That's the beginning of life. So therefore, half of what is required, it comes from a man. That's what I'm saying. So there's
No,
no
it's not. That's what
hyperinflation.
you're trying to say. It's
All right.
not.
So
No, it's
again,
not.
in what scenario does it not exist? That it exists?
Sir,
Where
that's why I asked you, do you know what mitochondrial DNA is? Do you know what mDNA is? Do you know what that is?
yes, I do.
What is it?
Mitochondria.
Yeah.
That's part of a cell.
Yeah. The powerhouse of the cell. The reason we can eat food and it be transformed to energy so we can live.
Right.
That only comes from the mother. So if you can only get mitochondrial DNA from the mother, why would you say it's half?
Okay. You're only see. I see what you're trying to do.
No, that's not what I'm trying to do.
No.
You
In
understand
simple,
what I'm
in
saying?
simple, I know what mitochondria is, but in simple terms, we're just making this too complicated than what it is. Simply put, in order for life to exist, the sperm is required to fertilize the egg to create the zygote. It's a simple term. So I don't understand why you're trying to make it seem like somebody's trying to hyperinflate it when I'm saying half of what is required comes from the man, the other half comes from the woman.
No, it is
Regardless,
not. It's not. Literally, you are
Nope.
literally
I
ignoring
just
what
read
it
it. I just read it, sir. Hold on. I just read it.
well, I don't
It
understand.
says the
Don't-
mitochondria from sir, the mitochondria is actually it dies out when the sperm is trying to fertilize. The egg doesn't get any
And the
mitochondria.
mitochondria that's in the tail of the sperm comes from his
Yeah.
mother.
But
Even that mitochondria comes from his mother.
we playing it. I know what y'all doing.
23 just look it up.
Right, exactly. Exactly. What they're trying to do is combat
Mama, you can
the
go after
concept.
him.
What they're trying to do is combat this overwhelming idea that they perceive as men hyperinflating their existence. So what they're trying to do is combat that with no, we don't need this. No, and use all of these examples to try to claim some superiority. And it also reflects even in the previous prompt. God is female. Like these are combative ways to try to minimize man's role in creation. That's what they're doing.
No,
It
sir,
is
you have
minimal.
room envy. Hold up real quick, J Rob. It's Mama turn. But El Panero, you got womb envy. That's why. Go ahead, Mama.
I got what?
Go look it up. Womb envy. Go ahead, Mama.
Womb envy. I would not want to be a
bro. He's a man hater.
Damn.
Go ahead, Mama.
Based off the scientific definition or the science of the human, the male gametes and the woman's gametes, Uh, neither are deceived, right? But I understand, like, from years of oppression and how system was set up by men, that they might say, oh, the woman has the seed or the man has the seed. But here's the thing with this whole seed concept, right? The seed concept would be correct if the woman's gametes already had 46 chromosomes before being fertilized. Technically, that's by the book, right? And if you was to flip it, it would be true if the male gamete had 46 chromosomes before fertilizing an egg. But in all fairness, by textbook definition of and the process of the male and the female gamete, neither is the seed, because both require each other to make a life.
So hold on, real quick. So my point with mentioning mtDNA is that you are more. You are more your mother than your father. That's just the reality of it.
That's not
right?
true.
What? Where did they come up
Hold
with
on.
That's
Why are
not
y'all
true at all.
interrupting? I tell you what. I'm trying to make sure like people talk without being interrupted, and y'all keep interrupting. If you want to respond, that's fine, but don't interrupt. No, you literally can look it up. When it comes, you get your mDNA from your mother, not your father. You are more your mother than your father. That's the reality of it. And the reason why men say that they have seed is because they want to basically reduce women down to incubators. You know what an incubator is? It's a fucking heating, like literally is where you have a fertilized egg, you put it in a fucking incubator for it to be birthed. So men literally think they're putting a baby in a woman, and her body is just bringing that life to fruition. Ignoring the fact that the egg, the ovum, is already there, and that the sperm literally fertilizes the egg, and then that ovum reproduces as a result. Y'all, when y'all say like, oh no, you got to be at least the father, at least have the father, y'all have overinflated men to make it seem like reproduction is mostly men. To the fact that like even offspring are supposed expected to get the father's last name. That is something artificial that men made up because of womb envy.
Now, look, watch this, right? Now,
Let KY go.
I just want to land my plane real quick.
Let KY go.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So you know a last name is actually called a surname, right? So that's why 9 times out of 10 the child will bear the father's last name.
You're not saying shit. Hold up. What the fuck? What is that supposed to mean? Okay, men made that up. Like you're not saying shit.
The fact that this is how y'all walk around and think
walking around the plane.
Hold up, y'all. Let Panera wanted to say something.
All right, now you notice how, right? Every single time I respond to this, right, I am giving credit to each side for creation, right? And you consistently say that I'm trying to overinflate the importance of it, right? But then when you speak, every time you speak in terms of creation, it's a superiority and you speak in terms of the women, as though. And then you even said you're not trying to minimize, but you giving no credit whatsoever, as though.
Who said I wasn't trying to minimize?
No.
I never said that.
No. You said you're not trying to minimize.
No. I'm absolutely minimizing.
Okay, great, and all right, and that's exactly my point. So now you're trying to minimize, right? But here I am explaining that both parties play a role, and the reason why you're minimizing is because you're doing it from a place of combativeness. It's not a place of actual facts. Men and women are required in order for life to create a zygote. That's the simple facts. 1 + 1 = 2. It's simple as that.
funny because you were actually being very combative the second a woman shared an opinion that you didn't agree with. You didn't
No. It's one thing that's
you
an
were
opinion.
being combative.
No. It's one thing to state an
Use that
opinion.
word in the correct context. You are combative.
No, it's one thing to state an opinion, but it's another to say
No,
a
it's
fact.
another thing to
say a
interrupt
fact.
somebody because you don't like their opinion and then claim that they're being combative.
No, it's a
That's
fact.
what you did.
It's a fact that men and women
The
are
fact
required.
is that you're a
Let her
combative.
finish.
No, I would like to hear someone sensible speak now.
No, I was very
I think the
sensible.
next order was Shenron.
Let Madrina say something first, and then we'll go to Shenron.
Everything I said makes sense, but go ahead.
I just wanted
Calm
to
down,
ask
sir.
Panera a question, like, because, okay, taking from the point of you've said that both men and women are needed for the creation of a child, right? So then do you not then therefore think that men are needed in the present of a child's upbringing? even more than, as in they should be around for their child, their child overall well-being, and it's not down to the woman solely to have to look after the child. I'm just asking regarding where you're coming from, right? Because if you're stressing importance on both, then surely importance of both for the raising of the child. I don't know. I'm just asking. I'm just
I'm gonna
trying
let
to.
Shenron go, then he can respond because I don't want to mess the order up. Go ahead, Shenron.
What's up, sir? Hey, y'all. Men don't have seed. Yes, I agree with that 100%. We have fertilizer. And the thing about it is everything, the fact that we're trying to say that, oh, well, both sides are responsible, like both sides donate the same like amount of genetic material is kind of inaccurate because the X chromosome in and of itself is already large, 75% larger than the Y chromosome. So even from that perspective, a woman's chromosome is primarily like the main thing carrying the majority of the genetics anyways. And then on top of that too, this whole thing, it's exactly what you said, is womb envy, but it's also, it's reinforced by the fact that we see in so many instances, specifically when you start talking about certain ideologies, certain Eastern ideologies, right? That these deities do everything that they got to do without the help of a woman. So now a lot of us men see that and we think, okay, well, yeah, now we didn't see these male deities great. He didn't need no woman to do it. And we trying to essentially, what you say?
No, go ahead.
Essentially, we think that because this one story has this one male deity creating things and creating human life without the involvement of a woman, we essentially think that we can do the same thing. And we try to emulate that so much so that we try to overtake the narrative around like conception, right? And the thing about it is to acknowledge or to try and say that, oh, well, both parties play a part. That is actually out of order. Like we think that because we're trying to be balanced about it, that it's supposed to be the actual, like that's the actual order of things. But no, women primarily have the major part to play when it comes to the creation of a child and when it comes to the birthing of a child. So to even try to say, oh, well, both parties play a part, all we do is submit a little piece of DNA that gets accepted and that fertilizes the egg or whatever. From there, the egg in and of itself is already significantly larger than the sperm cell. And then from there, that's when you actually have the turning of that, the union of that egg and that sperm cell is an actual individual or actual being. This is why whenever the baby feels something, it actually takes a toll out on the woman's body because it's the woman's body that actually supporting that child. So trying to put us on equal terms, try to make it balanced is actually out of order. And a lot of times when even men address things from a position of trying to be balanced, that balance shit is actually out of order. Things are supposed to be in favor or supposed to be more so influenced by the feminine or by women.
All right, so she said I could respond to what the person asked me. She said I could.
Excuse me, hold on.
She said I could go next.
Hold on, real quick. Can everybody on the panel who's participating in the conversation contribute to the live by sending a heart me? If 1 penny, you're here enjoying the conversation. Everybody gets an equal chance to speak. Thank you, Marmar. I appreciate you. It's at the top left next to the host name. Tap the live. You can tap in the box. We appreciate you. To get new people in, to get on the For You page. Thank you.
All right, so she said I could respond to what the person in the top right corner said, right? Everything you just spoke of, that had nothing to do with my point. My point was creation. Yours was after the child was born.
Okay,
Let me you're cutting me off. Can I finish?
Let me rephrase, just because you might not be getting where I'm saying.
Yo, I can't even finish.
All right.
You're talking too much and you're not saying nothing. Everything you said is wrong.
I can't even finish.
Hold up. Let him finish the point.
There's nothing. I said nothing wrong, first of all. And secondly,
host, can I just respond after him?
No.
Hold on. Y'all interrupt. I'm gonna drop y'all.
I said nothing wrong. First of all, you can't even call me out on anything that I said was wrong. That's number one. But what I was responding to what she said. Everything that she was describing was about. She asked me the role of a father in a child's life. That's post creation. My whole point was that it's a simple math. 1 + 1 = 2. You cannot create without a man and a woman. It's just that simple. And the host even admitted that she's trying to minimize the role of a man in the creation process, right? And then she mentioned something about womb envy. Why would I
Okay, now you're
want?
going
The
away from the
process is
question.
minimalized.
Wait. Why would I
Sorry,
wait?
Brave.
It's
Can y'all have some
minimalized. You're
etiquette? Can y'all have some
inferior.
etiquette?
Yo,
Have some
hold up,
You're
etiquette.
inferior.
Have some
hold up.
self-control.
You're
Have some
inferior.
Hey,
self-control. Have
warrior,
some
hold up. You
self-control.
wasn't calm down.
Have some
Hold up, real quick,
self-control.
sir.
Thank you. So
Hold on, real quick. Y'all gotta stop interrupting. Like it's gonna be chaos. Like everybody get a chance to talk, but y'all can't be talking over people. He gonna land his plane, and then Madrina's gonna respond.
thank you. Have some self-control. So
No,
look.
but don't be long-winded, sir.
No, I'm not. I
Don't
was
be
very
long
to the
with it.
point.
Watch your
I was
mouth.
very much.
Watch
No,
your mouth.
I said self-control
Watch your mouth before I pop it.
Self-control is
Before I
watching your
pop
mouth.
it. Watch
Self-control
your
is.
mouth.
Oh, now we're being aggressive. You see,
So we can go to the next person since you want to
violence,
respond to her. Go ahead,
violence. Look at
Madrina.
that.
No. Go ahead, Madrina.
I had one last point. I wasn't done.
No, you done. Go ahead, Madrina.
Okay.
I mean, the thing is, there is no post pre whatever when it comes to having a child. Like you, idealistically, you really are supposed to plan these things, talk about these things, because even as Shenron mentioned earlier, like the a woman carries the child. I'm sorry to say, the pain. Do you know what happens to the body when it's along the time it takes to form? What happens and what you're supposed to do to alleviate so that your child can passage safely without, because again, maternity rates are high. So what I was trying to say, really, again, when Shenron actually raised the point, that was my question, was kind of like, do you not see that you also contribute to, even whilst your partner or whomever you're having a child with is carrying the child, that you're supposed to, it's not, oh, after you sow your seed, that's it, it's done. There's a contribution still continues. You still contribute, not post fertilization. There's more to it than just, oh, sowing your seed and done. It's a contract. Like you excusing yourself from responsibility, essentially. So there's no anyway, to just cut myself short and someone else can go. It's not just about the process of having a child in the womb, and no, it goes beyond just sowing your seed and the sperm fusing with the egg. It goes way beyond that.
Okay. Lynn, did you want to say something?
No, you can go ahead.
All right, we're gonna go to Mama. Was there a hand up, and we're gonna go to Brave.
Yes, thank you, host. So I just had a quick question for Shenron. Well, no, not even a question, right? But everything that that gentleman just said, it goes against the biology of men and women, right? Because when it comes to the scientific advancements, right, of humans and what we use to measure chromosomes or DNA, right? At the end of the day, regardless of the size of the X or Y chromosome, 23 and 23 will always give you 46, right? So I get it. The mitochondria determines how the speed moves, but it's not about that, right? I'm just here to bring up the science.
Wrong.
But this is, I don't want to be cut off, please, right? At the end of the day, right? Unless you guys, you have something that's smarter or
I have one. Can I respond to him?
Yeah, sure. In a second, right?
Hold on, Brave. Please, nobody is gonna cut you off during your turn.
They will. It always happens.
No, they won't, or they're going to be dropped. Why do you keep please? Can you please go on mute?
Thank you, Cole.
Go ahead.
Thank you. So regardless, right? I'm not here to argue, but the point is this. Every human has 46 chromosomes. Regardless of what the mom contributes, regardless of what the father contributes. At the end of the day, when it comes to this scientific term, right? Actually, I'm incorrect. The scientific name to these things that we're talking about, neither is the seed. And that's scientifically proven. And I learned.
Okay,
Well,
now is it my turn? Because I'm ready to really go off
wow, this is
forth
cool.
and on
you
this
responded
thing.
to something I
Because
said.
all y'all, no, it's
Hold on,
my
you
turn.
responded to something I said.
Oh, I'm sorry, Shinwan, not you.
Oh, my fault.
I'm sorry, Shinwan, not you.
No. Let Sharon respond real quick, Sharon. Real
I
quick.
thought I was supposed. Okay.
So
No, you
again,
just gonna respond to what he said.
I said the X and the Y chromosome. I said the X and the Y chromosome for a reason, because again, the X is 75% larger than the Y chromosome. So we're talking about the chromosomes that determine the quote unquote gender, right? And men always talk about, well, men determine the gender. Okay, well, based on the chromosomes that we contribute, the X chromosome is 75% larger than the Y chromosome. So it's saying that, oh, well, we contribute just as much, and the very thing that we use or that is supposed to contribute, determine gender, is actually larger than the Y chromosome. I kind of think that means that women contribute more, or that there's more of a contribution, even if the fetus ends up being like a male or whatever, right? And then on top of that too, even if we did contribute just as much like genetic material, it still doesn't change the fact that a majority of the influence that is affecting that fetus is going to come from the mother's body. Again, that's why when the fetus is affected, or like if the fetus is hungry, or if the fetus has some whim or something like that, the woman feels the direct call, or like the direct response of that. So to sit here and even do things or say things that suggest that a woman is simply, and this, I don't know if this is necessarily going to your point, but to do and say things that suggest that the woman is simply an incubator, as if she doesn't feel and she doesn't experience whatever the fetus is going through at various stages through gestation and even up until birth is given, is very much so disingenuous. And it actually shows, again, that men are trying to minimize women's role in things and also take the place of women, and so much that we think that we're the carrier of the
Anything
child.
about an incubator?
Hold up, KY. Thank you, Sharon.
Can I respond really quick? I'm sorry.
No. Can I please go now? I've been waiting now.
Ma'am, I'm literally about to let you go. Like, calm down. Go ahead.
Okay. So I'm going to start with Mar, whatever the hell your name is. Okay. First of all, when Shenron started, he was they were correct. You are wrong. It's not just about the size of the chromosome. It's the fact that the Y chromosome, right, is a mutated X. It's a mutated X. Biological females have two X chromosomes. Biological males have an X chromosome first and then a Y chromosome second. That Y is literally a mutated X, meaning the X chromosome is the origin, it's the center. That alone should be the start of this conversation. That's what should tell you that biological females have the seed. The X chromosome is the origin and the arch of all of this. So yes, the biological female scientifically has the seed. You also mentioned something about a scientific name. First of all, a name is cultural. A name is cultural. Words are also cultural. There's something that human beings created. We're having a conversation about science and its existence. We're not having a conversation about culture. I know I come off as hostile, but I'm tired of hearing men mansplain, because that's what they're up here doing. And then El Spanro, whatever your name is, let me tell you something. You better watch how you talk to me, because I will shut your mouth the way your mother couldn't. And I mean that. You and your friends did not spend enough time in the library. Y'all spent too much time on the corner.
Don't let his mama catch you straight.
And also, so to everyone that wants to, that also was saying, y'all are saying women are superior. We are. We're the origin. We're the original human being. You all came afterwards to supplement and to help us biologically and genetically reproduce. And you have the inferior role because of that. The female is the original being, no matter what creature it is, the female is the original being. The male is secondary. So yes, women have seed, and women, and well, the biological female has seeds, and the biological female is superior. Is there any other questions?
He's gonna say
What
that's
background is that?
Can I respond now, please, host?
Yeah, and I want to go after him.
Yeah, but who background? Somebody listen to the radio or something?
No, that's brave.
Yeah, that's up.
That's not. There's nothing playing in my house.
So
Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth.
Hold up. Let Mama
Before I
go.
find your
I'm
dad.
gonna go after
Calm
him.
down. Go ahead, Mama.
You ain't gotta find him, nigga.
I'm gonna go after him.
I'll dig him up if he's dead.
This
And
lady's
fuck him
crazy.
and give him a son that he can actually be proud of.
This lady is
Hold
crazy.
up. It's Mama turn.
This lady is crazy.
Man, it's really heated in here. Yeah. So, Shenron, right? I will agree that when it comes to the role of conception and giving birth, right, the mother's role is greater. I will agree to that. The mother plays a larger
So why are you
significant
up here?
host.
What
Hey,
the
host.
fuck?
How much is it
Hey,
cost?
like, this is.
How much is it cost to drop
All right,
her?
yo, host. Listen, I come back.
Hold
Have a
up.
good
Calm
day.
down. No, go get that baby. That was crazy.
Thank you for dropping her.
You can shut the fuck up. But go ahead, Mama.
Yeah, thank you, host. What I was saying, right, Shenron, I will agree, right, that when it comes to the role of conception and giving birth, the role of the mother is greater. And I will agree that, this whole, well, women are just incubators. Yes, there's some diabolical men that push that rhetoric. I'll agree with you on that. At the same time, though, what I'm saying is, regardless of who has the X or who has the Y and the sizes of
Hold
the
up.
X.
Hold up. Who got the baby in the background? Who baby in the background?
Y'all gotta stay on mute.
Hold
when
up.
you're not talking.
Who baby in the background? Is that you, Mama?
No.
No. Y'all mute up. Whoever baby that, go get your fucking baby. Whoever got the baby in the background, go get your motherfucking baby. We ain't going nowhere. Go tend to your fucking child. Go ahead. I don't want to hear no fucking babies in the background. That's crazy. The conversation ain't that fucking serious. Don't be up here talking about no seed. You ain't taking your own. That's crazy.
Send a galaxy to drop somebody.
All right, thank you, host. So, my last part with this was, regardless, male by scientific name, right? And I'm gonna just keep going to it. I'm just here I'm only preaching the science because that's all we have. You either have science or, oh my gosh, host, yo, what's up with your people, bro?
Now let him land. You got like a monotone voice though. You gotta speak faster, sir.
All right, yeah, I'm just here to be chill, right? So when it comes to
what's mine?
1 second.
Go no. All right, that was your baby. All right,
Oh,
who take care of that motherfucking baby?
I was ready for him too. I was ready for him because he keeps saying the same thing over and over again. I literally say it doesn't matter the number of it doesn't matter the number of chromosomes in the oh my goodness, I can't even talk. The size of the size of the X or Y chromosome, or the whether you get 23 and 23 from each parent. It does not matter. That none of that matters.
That does
Scientifically, your biological sex is secondary. The biological female is the origin. Originally, it was just us, and you are a mutation of us.
A mutation is crazy.
Yes, you're science. That's the scientific name, like he
All right,
said.
so
Like he
can
keeps
I
saying scientific name. That's the scientific language, like he said. I
No,
said
that's
what I
crazy.
said.
That's
You're a
crazy.
mutation.
Yeah, so that's why I was saying earlier. So that's
Nah,
why
that's wild as
men no, for real. That's why y'all got nipples.
I stand on what I say. I
Hold
stand
up,
on my
1
whole
second.
chest.
Hold up, Brave. Hold up. That's why you can't tell the sex of the baby to the 20 weeks, because like y'all look the same. Like literally, it is a mutation.
Hey, could I host? I'm sorry. I know I've been unhinged on your thing, but I just like it's just I'm frustrated because this is like it's the education level. The education level.
Listen to me. If you can't listen, these niggas dumb all up and down social media. You can't let that shit get to you like that.
Yeah, so it's like we feel you. Like, trust me.
I'm sorry, host, can I just ask one quick question?
Hold on, Mar. Hold on, Mar. We understand. We do. But one thing you don't want to do is to prove that you like them and not be able to be rational in responding to them. We know it's annoying. We know that it's very annoying. It is pathetic, actually. But yes, there are some men who are intelligent, just like Chad. Chad about to school the brothers a little bit, and that's cool. You know, we got some hope around here. But you gotta, let's relax. I don't want your blood pressure to be up over these internet niggas. All right, okay.
Yeah, she violent, but go ahead.
I appreciate that, Jazz. So,
Yeah,
Brave,
that's
right?
modest.
Now, this is a good debate.
More, are you talking to me still? Go take care of that damn baby.
Yeah, you gotta take care of the baby, Mom. We don't want to hear no crying baby.
We don't want to hear no baby. Yep.
KY, what you were saying?
I was just wanting to touch on three things that the father contributes: genetic, what was it? The physical appearance, blood type, immune system, and part intelligence and personality to the child. That is before birth.
No
Now,
one said that they did it.
relax, calm down. Can I finish my point? She's showing her education level.
No, you can't.
Nah, you're showing
something
your education level
educational
because
from
you're
that.
wilding right now. Calm down. I understand you didn't fully graduate, so calm
I
down.
fully graduated. Your ass didn't.
Yo, somebody give her a
Let
hug.
your father
You need
can take a fuck him and give him a child he can actually be proud of.
you need a
Okay.
hug, lady. You need a hug.
Cause you didn't.
Sure.
That
You-
cat will not captain.
Yo,
You
sure.
need a
You're
hug.
proving to me
You need
that
a
you
hug,
do not
lady.
have a man in your life, and
You
you
need a
needed a
hug.
father to
So
raise
now
you.
I'm uneducated. Now I don't have a man in my life.
No,
Period.
And you did
you
not
need
have
a
a father to
hug.
raise you
That's
to
what you
properly
need.
teach you how to
You need a hug.
Making up
properly
stuff you're
regulate
assuming
your
stuff about
emotions.
my life.
Because
You
this
need
is
a
not how you
hug.
properly
That's what you
I mean,
regulate
need.
your
I'm
emotions
college
and have a rational
educated.
conversation.
Need a
I'm
hug though.
educated. Fuck high school.
Get a hug. Somebody
You
give her a
need,
hug.
bro. She need
So
more than hug.
your
She
mother
need
didn't give
Jesus.
you a hug.
Give you a
Because
hug.
she went
Somebody
to
give you a
abort your
hug.
ass.
She need Jesus.
Somebody love on her.
Abort your dumb ass.
Somebody
Don't let
love
that
on her.
woman. Y'all got
Somebody
her
love on her.
frustrated.
Host,
She got herself
But look,
frustrated.
if
Can
that
I
was
please
a
ask my
dude, if that
question?
was a dude. Wait,
Can I ask my
I
question,
thought you
please?
was, I thought
Like
you
no,
was
I would
superior.
kill him.
I thought you
Her
was
blood
superior
pressure
Host,
though.
can I
through
please
the
ask my
roof
question?
right
I
I
now.
just
thought you
have
was
You are
superior.
superior.
So
I
they,
said
they
what I
so they
said.
act like it. They have some self
I
control.
said,
Then
if you were my face,
have
I
some
would tell
self
you
control,
how
lady.
So
I am
hold up.
superior.
Hold up,
Hold
y'all.
up.
No, ain't no hold up. This is the truth. Why?
Have some self control.
Why?
You know what? Yo, they all.
Oh, if you're so
Submit,
superior,
submit,
why
submit.
are
Your
you
rightful
saying?
place. Dumbass niggas.
Hold up, real quick.
Yo, this is all part of the act.
Hold
I
up,
get it now.
hold up, y'all.
Hold on, Panero.
Where's your father, L? Where's
Hold
your
up,
father?
brave, Lord. we got
You want to
we
talk to
gonna
her?
do no, let Chad go, and then Tony can go next. Hold on.
I mean, did the last dude finish?
I don't know who was talking. I ain't gonna lie. Like,
You don't want me to ask my question, host, please.
hold on. Who want to ask the question? No, Mama, you got to get the baby. That's why
No.
you got cut off. You got
Nah,
the crying baby in the background.
nah, you ain't gonna hear no baby right now.
If I hear baby again, I'm gonna drop you, Mama.
All right, we could bet that. That's cool.
All right.
All right, cool.
How
So,
can you lock that baby in that room?
nah, I'm here for the debate. But Brave, right? Now,
Brave, let me tell you something. Stop saying right to me.
Hold up, Brave.
Wrong.
Hold up,
Stop
Brave.
saying right to me.
You gotta let him
Wrong.
say it
Go
first.
ahead. I'm letting him go. I'm telling him to stop
All right,
saying.
let me mute you. Hold up. Go ahead, Mama.
thank you, host. So, my question is to you is, right? You stated that the Y chromosome is a mutated X, I believe,
Yes.
right? So, that's science, and science is backed by theories and hypothesis, and it's always up for debate. Right? It's man, oh my gosh.
No, there's no.
You gotta let him finish. Brave, you gotta let him finish.
You're
Brave,
throwing
you gotta
words around.
You can
I'm not-
respond. You gotta let him finish though.
Thank you,
Mama,
host.
go ahead.
Give
So
him 30 seconds because
oh,
his voice is irritating.
so when it comes to the science,
Hold on. The next person who come off mute, I'm not muting you on accident. I'm gonna drop you, please. Stay on mute until it's your turn. God damn.
thank you, Mod. So what I'm asking you, Brave, is you're preaching the science. This is your stance.
So your science has to be backed by physical evidence, right? So my question to you is, do you know, because we're humans and we got here some way, do you know what sparked the initial start to the universe?
Can I respond? Is it my turn?
Sure.
Asking a question about the Big Bang Theory. What the fuck?
You see, I'm getting ready to cuss him out again. Like I'm tired of him. You're now changing the subject. No matter what started the origin of the universe, no matter what it was feminine. It was female. That's what I keep saying, and that's what it's going to be. That's what it is. I said what I said. I said what I said. The origin is feminine and it's female. That's a scientific fact. It's proven. That Y chromosome that's hanging in your dick, that's in your brain, it is a mutated X. Scientifically, since you want to keep using that word.
So it's not about
No, Mama. Y'all need a break. No, stop.
Yeah, I'm tired of hearing it. Because what does the origin?
Hold up, break. I'm gonna get the other two people in so we can open the panel back up. Go ahead, Chad.
All right. Okay. It's interesting. But okay, to kind of offer clarification to some of the things that are being said, just based on what I've heard. Yes, all things that give life are feminine. That is evident in all forms of our universe. That is why we call her Mother Earth. Even when you look at things like flowers, every form of organic matter that produces life is the feminine, and that's something that is a fact. That's not a debatable thing. When it comes to the things that are being discussed, as far as the Y chromosome is a mutated X, that is also true. Simply because what it is if you take an X and then you shave off one of the legs, that is how they get the Y. That is what it is. Men are XY. I mean, males are XYs. Females are XX, meaning that half of them is in us, but none of us is in them, which proves that the feminine had to come first, because there's no organic life on this. There's no human organic on this planet that is YY. If Y is the male, is the determining factor, no man is YY. Every man is half feminine, half male. XY. We're all XY. That is why, kind of like what the host was saying, that is why you have to wait to determine the sex of your child to about 16 to 20 weeks, because before then, all of them look female. Because to another point that I heard, which is also true, males are the mutated form of the female. We are just a mutation, simply because men have two mutations in life. The first mutation is around 16 to 20 weeks, when the clitoris turns into the penis, the fallopian tubes turn into the vas deferens, the life-giving ovaries drop down and become the testes. Everything that is there, it all mutates into something else that does the same thing, but it just functions differently. The only thing that disappears is the womb. And when you think about like the genetic differences between men and women, between male and female, if you take the strength of the womb and what it can do, and then you divide that evenly over a man's body, that is where a man's physical strength comes from. You know what I'm saying? Like the women just have the strength of the womb to give life, and men have the strength of the womb to end a life. But it is all one circular thing. We're equal but opposite forms of the exact same form of energy. Also, when it comes to the differences with men and women and the XYs and all this other stuff like that, that is also why men have nipples. There's no reason for men to have nipples. We do not produce milk, but in our first 15 weeks of life, we all started off as feminine. That is why the men have nipples. There's no reason for us to have nipples, but we have them because of that. It's just something that is left over. But just like in females, they can arouse stimulation. They are very sensitive to the touch, depending on the person. So even though they don't produce milk, they can still have an effect, the same effect that they have on women. So those things are actual facts. It's actually also proven that the Y chromosome is slowly disappearing. Men are it's just disappearing slowly. It's becoming, because the Y chromosome exists because one of the legs of X was shaved off. They have now discovered that the Y chromosome is appearing much weaker than it used to, which kind of can translate into who knows all the other theories that people have as far as like, oh, men are different, all this other stuff. Who knows? But it is slowly disappearing. It's not going to happen in our lifetime. It's like literally millions of years, but it is disappearing. And then also well, y'all talked about a lot. The Y chromosome, something about the XYs y'all said. Yeah, I'll just land it there. I'll land it there. But yeah.
Can I say something? In regards to what Chad said, it's funny that you say that, Chad, and that people say that like millions of years from now, right? The Y chromosome is disappearing, because one of my close friends always says like Earth is like billions of years old, right? And like humans we're here on Earth and we're like destroying Earth, and that Earth will take us out through natural like selection before it lets us destroy it, because like Earth is older than us, and like we're here doing a bunch of destructive things to destroy Earth, right? Primarily driven through the masculine. And it's funny that, the X chromosome is disappearing.
Yeah, it's interesting when you realize that the smaller you are, you process time slowly. So like the grand scheme of things, like we like a cold. Like it's that is interesting though. Go ahead, Tony.
Hey, good afternoon. So I ain't gonna lie. I've been listening to the live for like the last 5 or 10 minutes. And I'm soaking up a lot. It's like I'm still soaking up a lot and absorbing and all that good stuff. So thank you. I don't take this labor lightly. Go ahead.
Hold on, what do you think about men not having seed though?
Well, it makes sense, right? Because and I don't know if what I'm gonna say is aligning with your theory, right? But I was always irritated by this idea that like, and I've heard this before, where men will say, men give life and women give birth, and they kind of say these types of things as if they're solely responsible, but that's not the case. I don't think that men have seed. We know that men don't have seed. They have sperm, but a sperm is not a life in and of itself. Sperm still has to meet with an egg. So from that point of view, the prompt makes sense to me, but that's just me.
Yeah, so here's a quick illustration. Seed again is from the plant family. Animals have eggs. We wouldn't equate the same, like it's just not the same. But and one thing I hate about illustration is that the size of the sperm to the egg is so different that they have to like enlarge sperm so it can like be relative to the illustration that we see. But a sperm again is the smallest cell in the body, while the egg is the largest cell in the body. And one sperm cell is 1/10 millionth times smaller than what the egg is. So keep that in mind as you look at this illustration. We see that the fertilization process of the ovum is already there. After fertilization, we see that the ovum is reproducing to the embryo state. The way I think a lot of men think literally that little piece of sperm that would look like a piece of lint on a microscope is implanting the ovum inside of the woman. That's just not what that is. That here is just genetic information. So So when they say seed, I think a lot of reasons people get confused because, like, yeah, plants, but the seed of the plant has the embryo in it, and we see that the embryo develop inside of the egg of the woman. But y'all, it's open panel.
Hold on, Chad wanted to finish his point.
Okay, yeah, sorry. And the last one I had when it comes to the men being a mutation of women, that's also evident
Oh, we got
because
some noise in
when
the
you have, hold
background.
on, sorry.
Background, Chad.
That's also evident because of, I know, is it better now?
Yeah.
All right, sorry. All right, when it comes to men being a mutation of women, of males being a mutation of females, that's also evident because men have to go through two mutations. The first of them is when we're right before we're born, and then the second is puberty, because when a male child is born, it is closer to the feminine than it is to the masculine. And when a male child is born, his voice is very high pitched like a feminine. He does not have hair like the feminine. He has to go through a mutation to become more masculine, to become more male, because the blueprint, the base model is the feminine. That is why we must go through puberty to become more masculine. But before puberty, boys and girl children are identical. Aside from what we have between our legs. If you grow a little boy's hair out, he looks like a girl. Girls don't look like boys. Boys look like a girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, because we all start as the XX. We all start as the feminine.
Yeah, and it's funny that you say that because another process of evolution that humankind went through is women being able to go through menopause in order to stay alive longer is a evolutionary process, and men don't go through the same evolutionary process where women, our bodies figured out that we need to go through something that's going to allow us to stay here so that we can help pass down information to the next generation and we can stay around longer to help our daughters. That's why, like, women, even with like males in our life, we for the most part stay alive longer than the men. But without a man in your life, you really stay alive a lot longer. So, yeah.
I wanted to
Hey,
address.
no, can I say something
Wait,
real quick?
wait, hold
But
on.
he got muted first. Let him go. Then you go
Yeah.
after him.
So
Oh my!
look, yo, this lady needs a hug for real. Anyway, think of an apple, right?
Don't need a hug. You need.
You need a hug, lady. Every apple has a small seed inside. If you take one of those seeds and plant it in the ground and give it water and sunlight, it grows into a new apple tree. The seed contains everything needed or part of.
Yeah, it's feminine.
Excuse me. The seed, lady, stay on mute. Have some self-control. The seed contains, the sperm seed contains half of what is needed to start life. The plant, it's part of the
It
genetic.
doesn't.
Hold on, let him land. Then you can go right after him,
This
Bree.
lady, is wild.
Just finish your point, sir.
Right. A seed is the beginning of life for the plant. And an apple, if you take the example of an apple and take the seed, like I said, I gave that example. It has half of what is needed. So this idea that a sperm is not seed is ridiculous. You need a man and a woman to create. 1 + 1 = 2.
How the fuck a man's sperm become an apple seed though?
I'm giving the
That's
same
what
way
I'm
that
saying.
I'm giving an illustration of a seed. I'm not calling it. See what you're doing right now is a straw man. I'm not saying
No,
that.
you're just using
No,
words at this point.
I'm
Yes,
right.
you are.
Exactly. I'm using words to illustrate my
You're
point.
just using words and throwing them around
Can you
without
please
knowing the
go?
definition.
Right.
Bree
I don't know what. Do you know what a straw man? Do you know what a straw man?
Panero, hold
I'm
up.
not
Let
talking
Bree
about a
respond.
straw man. Go on mute now. Go on mute. Go on mute
Wasn't even
now.
done. Wasn't even
Because
done.
you
Y'all let
guys
her
back
come off.
off
Y'all
track.
let her come
Shut
off
your
mute.
mouth
Y'all let her come
now.
off mute and interrupt me, and she's
Shut
yelling.
your mouth.
She's yelling.
Shut your mouth.
Nobody's talk. I wasn't even.
Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. There. Thank you.
So
Okay,
y'all
like I said, this has not, once again, as the host already said, plants have a seed. Now we can use an ovary and sperm and then an embryo, and we can use that as an analogy to a seed and to plants. but it's not really the same. However, if we are going
Yeah.
to logically and scientifically, the feminine, the biological female, the feminine and the biological female have the seed. If you want to use an analogy, if you want to properly contrast and compare, or compare and contrast, whatever order you want to do it in, the feminine, the female have the seed. Everything in this universe is of the feminine and it started as female. We have gone to a different part in this conversation, in this subject, and in this science. You are now taking us back to an apple seed. Not even just a seed, but an apple seed. I don't understand how we got back here. I do, because your mother didn't hold you back in a grade. She didn't sit you down at the table and teach you how to read. That's why we're here. That's why we're here talking about an apple.
Lady, if you're gonna be insulting, be a little bit more creative, yo. You need some more work on your insults. But anyway, the point is 1 + 1 = 2. Man,
We're
and
not
woman.
talking about a math
Wait,
problem
but
either.
lady, I let you talk.
I just know it doesn't matter. Okay, so here, let me ask you a
I
question.
let you talk. You even insulted me. I never disrespected you this whole time. Now, if I call you out your name, it's gonna be disrespectful, right? It's gonna be a problem.
Animals have.
Y'all sit up here and disrespect me the whole entire time.
I don't care about disrespecting you. I'm not your woman.
All right, but
I'm not your woman.
Anybody else want to chime in? Hold up. Hold up. Anybody else want to chime in?
I'll go out there.
Thank you.
You know, I wanted to say something to Kai.
Hold up. Y'all both talking over each other.
That's her. That's her the entire time.
All right, mute up. Where you, KY?
Oh, okay. I wanted to touch on the whole mutation thing because it was wild as hell. First of all, men are not a mutation. Mutation by
Males
definition.
are a mutation, not men.
Ma'am, you're
Stay
young.
on you,
I need
baby.
for you to calm down. So, mutation is usually a random or rare change in DNA, where men are not a rare change in DNA. They are a standard outcome of sexual reproduction in humans. So men are a natural, essential variation in human biology, not a random mutation, as Chad and Brave was yelling at the top of her lungs about. Men are not a mutation.
Yell.
So hold up. So how far back are you going though?
What do you mean?
So you're saying like males are not a mutation? Like, how far back are you going? Because, like if you're saying, oh, right now in this moment it looked like that, maybe possibly, but we're talking about what came first. What came first, and what's the mutation of the other?
Biologically, the Y chromosome evolved from an ancestral chromosome over millions of years. But
It evolved from the female. It evolved from the female.
But
Like we
calling
said.
men a mutation isn't accurate. It's more of a stable.
No one called men a mutation.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Hold on. You definitely
Ma'am.
called men a mutation.
Not
Ma'am.
men. Men and
Calm
males.
down. Hold up. You
Come-
can't
okay.
speak. Like even when I disagree, I get it. I don't agree with everything you're saying, but you can't keep interrupting everybody.
But it is a mutation. It is just you don't like the way that word sounds.
It
but
is not. Calling men a
it
mutation
actually-
is accurate. It's more of
You
a
just don't like the way that word sounds.
Okay, well, let
You're
him
taking offense
respond.
you're taking offense to the actual word and not the definition of it. The mutation is simply a natural occurrence. It like the fact that the Y exists because of it used to be an X that mutated into the Y. Mutation, you just do not like the way that word sounds, and that's more so.
Words matter.
No. You don't like the way the word sounds. The
No,
definition.
words matter. So you saying
words matter
mutation is
means
wrong.
because it's being used correctly. You just don't
No,
like
you're
the way
using
it
it
makes
wrong,
you feel.
and you're pandering
No,
to women
you
because
don't
you
like.
getting
No.
pussy.
You don't like the way
Oh
it
my
makes
gosh.
you
Now
feel.
you're misusing the word pandering. Here we go.
Right. You just don't like the way. You don't like
No,
the way
it's
it
not.
makes you
Finish and
feel.
respond.
That is the problem. You just don't like the way it makes you feel, and that is
I don't feel
the
anything
problem.
about it.
Yes, you do. You don't, because the definition of the word is being used. The word is being used correctly per the definition. It is a natural occurrence. It is not. You just don't like the way it makes you feel. But mutation is a natural occurrence.
Can I, not to cut anyone off, can I, because I really have a point to make, and I'm not going to yell.
You got it.
I can, okay.
You need to yell. It's a lot.
No,
It's
I'm
stimulating, but I'm just trying to. I just don't want y'all talking like. we can't hear the conversation when everybody talking over each other.
Okay. I'm done yelling.
Yeah,
I
just
just
don't
have
cut nobody off.
I have
Right.
I was going
Mutation
to have a
is no
point
word.
to add.
Mutation is another word for evolution. It can mean so
Yeah,
many different things.
let her say it real quick though.
But it's not accurate though.
Oh, you said evolution, right? Thank you. Appreciate that.
Y'all, she's trying to make a point. Hold up, y'all. Go
Okay,
ahead.
so I have an actual point. So what Kai and L have done this entire conversation is mix up two words, and that is sex and gender. They keep saying men. Men, that is a sociological word, that is a gender. Sex, biological sex, which is male, female, intersex. Those are biological terms. So because I made sure I was clear in stating, and I even slipped up sometimes but corrected myself, biological males are in fact mutations of biological females.
Yeah.
That is a scientific, biological, and genetic fact. And guess what? There are biological males on this panel, right? Now, your gender, that's based off of how you identify. That's never been based in organic science. That is based in cultural science or sociological science. Literally. The biological female is the origin of the biological male. The biological male is a mutation and an evolution of the biological female. That point still stands. You keep mixing up those terms, those organic scientific and sociological scientific terms, and it's just going to further confuse everything. But your existence is confusing anyways. Oh, and also you brought up the idea of a surname or a last name. That is also a social science.
I don't
That is a
disagree with that.
it doesn't matter about what you agree with. It matters about what is of
I just
existence.
said I don't disagree with it.
You don't disagree with it, so that means everything you said up until this point is wrong,
No, I'm
right?
saying
No,
that part.
right.
I'm
Everything
saying
you said up until this point is wrong.
no. I'm saying
Thank you.
that
Thank you for
surname parts I don't
Kai.
disagree with.
Kai, we got off on the wrong
Man,
foot. Thank you for waving
I'm
your
not
white
really about to
flag.
engage with
Thank
you
you
because
for
you have
waving
issues
your
with
white
men and you need
flag.
to address that
Thank
with you
you.
and your father. So I'm just really not gonna go with that.
Let me tell you something.
Let
You
him
don't know who
respond.
my father is.
Let him respond.
He cut me off this time.
You cut everybody off.
You brought him into conversation, man.
Oh, okay. He could respond, but just know he waved this white flag and he's wrong.
I did not.
I just proved
No,
you
that
were
point
wrong.
was stupid. I said that earlier. Go ahead, KY. What you trying to say?
Okay, men exist because they are essential partners to reproduction, ensuring diversity, adaptability, and survival of the species. So to say that you don't need men is insane.
So hold up. First of all, hold up.
And I also want to touch back on the mutation
Hold up,
because
sir.
it
We
is
got
wild.
Johnny Appleseed up there. You was talking about it's not a mutation. Now you're
It's
talking
not.
about no. Like when it comes to that point, it is a mutation.
It's
The
not.
Y-
It's an evolutionary.
No. Why? Hold up. Why are you saying that the Y is not a mutation?
Why the X is a mutation or the Y?
Evolution is a mutation.
Thank you, Chad.
Same thing. Evolution, mutation, same thing.
KY.
Right. It's using evolution in its definition. It is a
Tadpoles mutate into frogs. Caterpillars mutate into butterflies.
Okay, and we all mutated from having tails.
No, you mutate from having a clitoris to a penis.
No, well, we all had tails at one point.
No.
Yes.
That's not the only form of mutation. God damn, that's not the only form of evolution, sir. Please.
I'm not saying it is.
I think that your
But my
ego is the
question-
problem here.
My ego is nowhere in this
It
conversation.
definitely is because you
It's
have a
not.
whole
You're
other
bringing my ego
man
into this.
here. No, you're bringing your ego into
I absolutely am not.
because you're misusing a word that very much is.
I'm
You didn't use the
piggybacking off
correct
the words that
context
y'all
here.
use.
You are confused.
I'm not.
And
I'm
that's
going off words
okay.
that you all use.
You
You
are
introduced mutation into the
misinformed,
conversation.
and that's
KY,
okay.
what is the
You
scientific term
mutate,
for
use
that's
evolve,
opposite of mutation?
evolve, evolution,
KY.
mutate, whatever the case may be. Evolve.
Why do you not want to
mutate.
use the word mutate, KY?
Because I prefer you use evolution instead
We
of
don't care what
mutation
you
because
prefer.
mutation comes off
We
as
don't
though like
care what you prefer. It's irrelevant.
It's about
Well,
your
let me ask you a question, right? Let me
Hold
ask
up,
y'all a question.
y'all.
Why do
KY,
some women?
what is, hold
Why do
up,
people?
hold up, Appleseed. KY, what does mutation mean?
Because
That was
words
funny.
matter. That's
Right.
why
What does it
I'm
mean?
saying
No,
this.
I'm asking you real simple, KY. What does mutation mean?
Mutation is another form of evolution.
No. What is the definition?
Definition?
Yes, of a word. Mutation. What's the definition?
Mutation is a change in DNA. It happens randomly and is inherited and may be beneficial or harmful or neutral. Random
So
change
therefore, we're talking
inherited
about
mutation.
we're having a biological discussion. The proper word to use is a biological term, which is mutation.
But you're saying that males are mutation, which
Let's
males
make
are
it
Because
simple.
that
not.
is the
Hold
accurate process that has happened.
up. Real simple, KY. Did the Y chromosome mutate from the X chromosome? Yes or no?
Did the Y chromosome mutate from the X? No.
Yes. Where did it mutate from?
The Y chromosome evolved from a ancestral chromosome millions of years ago.
What chromosome did it come from?
That part I am not sure. Hold on.
Okay. You try to argue. Hold up.
Take one of the legs off the X. That's why we call it the Y. That's why it's called Y. It's not by accident. We just made up the term. It is if you take two X's and then on that second X, take one of the legs off of the X. That is literally why we call it the Y. It's not because we just made that up out of nowhere.
Y'all are broken. I'm just kidding. That's fucked up. But yes, that was kind of the point. Mutation is mutation and is used in the correct context in this conversation. And if you have a problem with the word mutation, then it is simply an ego issue. Nothing more, nothing less.
Why do some people use words?
Why they call them the
Why do you?
the X and the Y is because how they look. Like if you look at it under a microscope, it looks like an X kind of, and it looks like a Y.
Let me ask you a question. What do y'all?
Somebody pull up a picture.
Why do people have an issue, right, with identifying as a man and a woman, and why are they evolving into this
Hold up. Panera,
pronoun thing?
I'm gonna be honest with you, Panera. You too dumb for this conversation, to be honest. Cause like, what are you about to? What you're saying? You about to say some dumb shit? Like I'm gonna tell you that for a fact. Like no, we're talking about male, female. You back to a man and a woman.
How am I too dumb to have this conversation?
You are.
I literally stated facts. I literally stated facts. We got a woman on here yelling, but I'm getting called dumb.
She may be yelling, but you're still dumb.
I stated facts, though. I'm not dumb. I'm not dumb. You hear that? You hear that?
You talked about my education level, and I showed you who's the stupid one.
Who said anything about your education level?
I
said about your emotional level. I ain't saying about your education.
No, you talked about my education.
I said you need a hug.
Don't gaslight me.
I said you. Oh, now I'm gaslighting. Now I'm gaslighting. Here we go, throwing that word around. I said you need a hug. I said you need a hug because you're.
I definitely said something about your education level.
You need a hug. That's what you need. Nobody said anything about your education.
Hold on, real quick.
I said about your emotional level.
What are you trying to say?
You're mad because we're
nobody's mad about anything.
Panero, what are you trying to say? Go ahead. What you trying to say? Go ahead, Panero.
So first of all, there's nothing that I said that was dumb about this conversation.
You got it. All right.
What I was saying was that in order for life to create, you need a man and a woman. The man carries 23 of those chromosomes in order to produce to co-create life. That was my point. That was my point, though. But I kept being invalidated by or attempted to be invalidated by the statements that followed.
No,
I never got a chance to finish.
So
nothing I said was dumb. Everything I said is
you're not
factual.
following the conversation.
But everything I said was factual.
The same point you made over an hour ago. We already talked about this.
What happened was that the comments that were made to follow, I didn't get a chance to respond to that. So you saying that I'm dumb is not true because I said facts.
There you
I
go,
said
right
nothing
there.
but facts.
Hold up, real quick. Look at the X and the Y, y'all.
Oh, isn't it beautiful? The origin and the mutation.
It looked like the legs got cut off.
See,
it looked broken.
That's literally what I said.
the strategy is to be. See, you gotta
Can I
peep the
respond to him?
antagonistic.
Because he
You gotta
was talking to
peep
me.
the
Wait,
antagonism.
hold on. Who
You
is
gotta
saying
peep the
that?
antagonism, though. That's what it is.
Oh, wait, hold on, L, hold on. We're antagonizing you because we're saying that the Y looks
I'm
broken.
not saying you.
I mean, no.
Who's
I don't
antagonizing
think
you?
look. That has no that whole process has no effect on me. I'm already here.
What are you
God
talking
damn.
about?
That
That's
has
so
that has
unfortunate.
The
nothing to
problem
do.
is, hold on,
That has
Jazz, real
nothing to do
quick.
with
Hold on.
antagonizing me.
Hold on, real quick. The problem is women are so emotional, yet y'all getting emotional about science.
Nah, that doesn't hold any weight.
We're all emotional right
Right,
now. You
everybody
all
has
are the
emotions.
worst.
What's your point? Everybody has emotions.
Y'all now everybody got
Yeah,
emotions.
No, there's
exactly.
a
See
difference
how
between
that works?
displaying.
Now
No,
we all
there's a
There's a
have
difference
difference
between
between
having
emotions.
emotion
displaying
and the way you
emotion, being
express that
emotional.
Right?
emotion.
Could
There's a
I
difference.
respond to
There's
what
a
L
difference
said with a
between
point?
displaying
Thank you
emotion
for
and being
pulling it
emotional.
up,
No.
Flynn.
Facts.
Can I respond to L with a point, please,
Ooh.
about this
There's
chromosome
a
thing?
difference between being emotional versus displaying emotion. That's what I was saying.
And also,
Sir.
there's a difference. I think a lot of the breakdown when it comes to these conversations is because you have people who are formally educated on a topic and speaking in formal scientific terms. Like I went to school for this too, so I understand things that are being said in a different way versus people who are just going based off of their own life experiences and the way that they feel and all these other things like that. That is why words like mutation are of no effect to me offensively, because I understand what that word means. I was formally educated in this subject specifically.
Right. And then also another thing too, you got to understand too, like when people make statements like women are superior, right? You have to understand the energy in which
It's my turn.
it's always your turn, lady. You're always trying to cut in. You have to understand too, like what you just said, that's actually correct. The words don't have an effect on the emotional being of what I'm, when I'm speaking. The thing is that you have to understand, and they're not going to admit it, but there's little sly ways that people, like when they make statements like, "Oh, women are superior" and things like that. Nobody is superior to anybody. We're all God's creation. The men and women are just as equal as each other. So
No, not when it comes to reproduction.
the value. I'm not. No, we both.
When it comes to reproduction, we talked about this earlier.
We are
It is
equal.
not equal when it comes to reproduction. It is
In
not.
order for one to exist, you have to have the other.
She said reproduction versus period in life. We get it. I said that. I said we're equal but opposite forms of the same energy.
And
Yeah,
I want to
I
respond
can feel you
to
on that. I
what
can feel
Elle
you on
keeps
that.
trying to say with
I can
that.
feel you on that.
So you're saying that, men are needed for reproduction today. Cool. Reproduction is about, what is it? It's about, is it 2 million years? Not 2 million. I can't remember, but I think it's like 2 billion years old reproduction, where the Y chromosome is about 180 million years. So if Y mutated from X and there was a time where Y didn't exist, how did reproduction happen before the Y?
There are.
Man, that was never my point.
There are a few different concepts to that. It could have been an asexual type of thing.
That was never my point. My point is today,
Hold on, what?
you need a woman and a man to
Hold on,
co-create.
what?
That is a point that I stand on, and nobody can disprove that.
I can't
We understand. We know that.
Can I respond now?
I'm just saying, can you answer the question or no?
Thank you. That wasn't my point. That's irrelevant to my point.
But
So you can't answer it?
nobody knows how it happened before.
Right, nobody knows. Right,
Nobody knows that. But there are theories that suggest it could have possibly been through like an asexual. It could have been a number of different ways, but nobody knows because again, that was millions of years ago. But in our lifetime, in humanity, men and women, males and females coexist. And
Thank you for answering that. Thank you.
Excuse me. Can I say, Elle, you're wrong. Once again, I literally have disproven everything you have said.
You cannot
I
disprove
literally
it.
have. We've already. An X is the origin of the Y. A Y is a genetic mutation, a scientific, an organic scientific mutation of the Y.
That wasn't my statement.
And also, here's the other thing,
That
right?
wasn't my statement, lady. My statement is you cannot co-create without a man and a woman today. Right now.
We know
Right
that.
now.
It doesn't matter.
Go try it. Go try it. That was
I
my
said I
point.
wasn't going to yell.
That was my
It's
point.
the
You know
origin.
That
We
was
overeat
exactly.
it
That was my only
ourselves.
point that I made
No,
earlier. She
go
said,
ahead, yell at their asses. But let me say this first. L and Kai, stop fucking saying that. We know that men and women need to, like, you need a man to procreate.
"All right, well, Brave said
We
I'm wrong.
fucking know
Brave said I'm
that.
wrong, though. She said I'm wrong, so I want to hear her
Okay,
disprove it.
but
I
she's
want to hear her
adding
disprove
new.
it, though.
Hold on. She is adding nuance to that statement because there is nuance based on science, right? At one point in time, millions, billions, whatever years ago, when humans were first created, that wasn't the case. And based on science going forward, they're able to create, they're trying to create without using males, and it's working. It is fucking working. That is the context that we are adding.
Well, the Y chromosome also has lost 90% of its genetic makeup.
Right.
So, and it is still actually deteriorating because it is a mutation and it needs to be paired with with X in order to maintain itself. It can't operate in isolation. So even in the past is female and the future is literally female.
I mean, even if you look at things like the anglerfish, I think it's the anglerfish. The male is a very small fish. The anglerfish that we see, those are all feminine. Those are all female. The anglerfish, the male anglerfish, is very, very tiny, and it attaches itself to the female and supplies sperm to that female. That's what it does. So there are examples currently in nature where it shows the relationship between male and female.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Brave.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead, Brave.
Okay, so thank you to everyone, to Unwritten and to Chad. Once again, great work. Great work. I know it's hard. It's hard. It seems like it's so hard just having a functioning brain. But Al, you also have brought up, you and your pal down there, whatever. You all keep bringing up how you get 23 of your chromosomes from your biological mother and then 23 of the other chromosomes from your biological father. And scientifically, you do. I have never not said that that's not how the scientific order or way is currently. Here's the other surprise that's in that. The 23 chromosomes that come from the father, those specific genes, essentially, most of them come from that male's mother, that male's biological mother. So you have more of your biological paternal grandmother in you than any other male. Her DNA is more significant than anything else. It doesn't matter if you look like someone else in your family. You could visually look like someone else in your family and have more of her DNA in genes, or just significance in total. So once again, this conversation is back at who is the origin? Who is the OG? And it's the feminine and the female. Like they said, your chromosome is deteriorating as we speak. And hopefully it quickly deteriorates before humanity disappears. Because all y'all do is destroy stuff with your stupidity.
That statement you made was stupid.
Can you explain how men have seeds?
You can tell everything
or
she said
or KY. Can either of you explain how men have seeds?
Everything she's saying is rooted.
Everything she said.
Everything she said.
You sound like a little
Okay, all right. Everything you're saying is rooted in that.
No, but getting on the topic though, L or KY, can you explain how men have seeds?
I'm not disagreeing.
Oh, you disagree? Oh, sorry, L. Can you explain how men have seeds?
Listen, I already explained. I'm not going down that path again.
I mean, it's a topic though.
I'm not repeating myself.
Can you just say it one more time for the people who didn't hear you?
But can I get some on what Brave said?
Who are new to the panel?
There you go, being combative again, L.
No, I'm not being combative.
You are. She's asking you to clarify your point, and you're refusing to answer it. She was not here to hear you initially, which is why
No,
She's
wait.
asking
No,
for
I'm not being
clarity.
combative. I'm
You are.
exercising a choice to not repeat myself.
Okay,
There's a
great.
So
difference.
you don't
You're
want to
being
engage in
combative.
the
There's
conversation
there's a
anymore?
difference. I don't, because I'm not repeating myself. I already
Oh,
said it.
you repeated yourself multiple times the last 2 hours, so you only
No,
seem to want to repeat yourself when you want to argue with a woman, not
nobody's.
when she's
But I'm
actually
not.
asking you a
But see, I'm not
question.
arguing though.
Got it.
That's where you're wrong.
Can,
Got it.
So wait,
hey,
do
you know
you
what?
agree
Can
or
I
disagree that
actually
men have
give?
seed
Can
or
I
don't?
give
Look,
L's
look.
argument?
Hey, look,
Can I
we got
give
Okay,
two
go
L's
ahead,
argument?
Red.
we
Yeah,
got the
yeah, yeah.
calm, condescending one, and we got the
All
argumentative,
right.
yelling one.
Can
So,
I
Okay.
give L's argument?
I am
You don't have
argumentative.
to ask the question. Go ahead, Tony.
Okay, so L can tell me if I'm wrong about this, but what I understood for him to say when he explained his opinion on why men have seed
thank you for listening.
from his, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, thank you for listening. Go ahead.
You know people are
That-
new to the
yeah,
live and to the
I
panel, right?
agree with you.
I mean, I wish I didn't have to. I wish you would explain it, but all
I mean,
right.
you really can just say it, L.
Okay,
Anytime.
so all right, so what I gathered from what he said is he believes that men have seed because from his point of view, without the sperm, because men don't have seed, they have sperm, but without the quote seed unquote that men carry, a life cannot begin, and men's seed has to meet something in order for a life to happen inside of a woman.
What
So
about
that means that his seed is solely responsible for sparking the life that is growing inside of that woman.
Is
True.
that accurate, L?
Yes, that is accurate.
Sounds
Is that
good.
is that your stance?
Sounds good.
Okay, so what is fertilizer?
Look. We're using fertilizer, and I used an apple earlier. Now
No. I'm just curious. What is your definition of fertilizer?
But now you want to go down.
I'm not talking to you, L, because you didn't want to engage. I'm talking to Red.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, because you're out of this
Thank
conversation
you.
for me.
No, I
Go ahead,
already
Red.
explained it though.
Go
He
on
already
mute,
Yeah, no,
explained
I
it.
know, like you
Go on
lost
mute.
already, L.
He already
So Red,
explained it. I didn't
so
know
Red,
there's
You,
no
L.
win or
L, you've
lose.
already lost.
There's
So
no win or
Red,
lose.
L, go on mute.
anyways,
It's okay.
Red, so how does that compare to fertilizer?
You know what? I'll be honest. I don't know because I don't believe that argument. I was just restating L's argument because he didn't want to answer why men have seed. But if I were to give my best possible guess, right? When L and other dudes that carry that argument of men have seed, like I think that they compare it to fertilizer because when you have fertilizer, a fertilizer gets mixed into something to create a plant life, right? At least that's my understanding of it, right? So they look at seed as they kind of compare the two because with fertilizer and with seed, like that substance has to combine with something, otherwise life doesn't happen.
So why do you
I can
disagree
explain.
with it? Hold on, real quick, Tony. Hold on, real quick, Tony. Why do you disagree? You say you disagree with his stance. Why is that?
I disagree with L's stance, and specifically because he says that men have seed, and I say men have sperm because seed to me suggests that you have something that is instantly responsible for life, but a sperm cannot be instantly responsible for creating life on its own. That's
Neither
why I
is it.
disagree.
Okay, go ahead, Chad. Thank you, Tony.
I was going to say
That wasn't my
Al,
whole
you can
time.
respond after him.
No, I was going to say to answer Rick's question, the relationship and why it's like flawed and things like men and seeds and that, because it doesn't matter what type of fertilizer you plant the seed in. Like if it's an apple tree, you can plant the fertilizer. You can plant that apple tree in any kind of fertilizer, and it will grow into an apple tree because it is in its genetic code to be an apple tree. So the fertilizer does not change the type of seed that it is. So therefore, we don't have the seed because if we had the seed, then what we offered would change the type that it was already destined to be. Like that seed that woman carries, the egg, it's already destined to be what it's going to be. You can any fertilizer can fertilize that egg, but it's going to be what it's going to be because the genetic code is already there. That apple tree will
Right.
grow into an apple tree.
Well,
Right.
thank you for
Like
using
the
the analogy of
sperm,
an apple, though. I appreciate
like the
that.
sperm, whatever. The sperm is not what contains the ability for the heart, the lungs, the bones, the like all of that takes place in the woman's egg using her DNA. Like that's what it's like the Frankenstein effect. Like you can't that's like calling the lightning the creator. That's not the creator. Women are the ones that literally make it from scratch. They make people from scratch. We do all the work within our bodies, all of it. So until you guys are able to acknowledge that, it's going to feel like this is going to be a very regressive conversation.
But nobody's not acknowledging the contribution of a woman in the creation of a life. That was
No,
never
you're
the point.
lowering it because
No, I'm
it's
not. I'm not
significant.
lowering it. First of all, I wasn't
Pass.
even talking to you, lady.
I
No
don't
one's,
care.
no one, no one's not acknowledging. No one's not acknowledging the contribution.
You are not.
No,
Don't gaslight.
No, let him finish.
no, I'm not. I'm not
Was
discrediting.
it his turn?
Was it? Is it ever your turn?
Nope.
You talk a lot for nothing to come out.
And you yell a lot and you say nothing.
Al, make your point.
Come on, y'all too.
This lady is crazy. But anyway,
Right, you
so
gonna make
my
your point
point,
now.
my point was I was never minimizing the contribution. What you and others seem to do is minimize the role that a man plays, and trying to minimize and say that a man does not have seed, a man does not
Yeah,
start the process of the
my
creation. That's
position.
what my point was.
Yeah, and I told you, I think that
Right, and then he even gave the analogy of an apple
hold up,
tree,
yeah,
and his
hold
was
up,
validated.
hold
So I
up.
landed. I'm good.
Yes.
I'm
When it
validated.
comes to the male's role in reproduction, it's overinflated because, like, literally, you think it's half and half, and it's not half and half. So yeah, the goal is to minimize it because it's been overinflated.
In order for life to
Thank you,
begin, you
Sarah.
need a man and a woman. That's it. Point blank.
Right, we know that.
No,
But
All right.
y'all,
So therefore, so you can't minimize that. You can't
Can I go
minimize that.
now?
I'll go after
Ted,
Brave.
I muted
Stop
first,
yelling.
then you can go after him, Bree.
Yeah, and I have another question too. Whenever you're
Okay.
ready.
Go ahead, Chad.
I was gonna say the issue that these conversations always turn into a roundabout thing is because men in our society have to become more educated. This conversation has definitive answers, and we all know it. And men who have not chosen to become formally educated on the subject, that is why the conversations turn into these circular conversations, because we know the answers to these things, and it just is what it is at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not even up to debate. It's not anything that anybody should feel any type of way about or tender about or any it just is what it is. And men, for whatever reason, don't feel that we have to become educated, and that is the problem. So many arguments are just because men are just not truly educated on the subject. This isn't even a debate.
Elle, do you know how to cook? Elle,
That's an interesting question.
it is. Elle, do you know how to cook?
I'm not answering your question.
Okay, great. Kai, do you know how to cook?
Absolutely.
Okay, great. Thank you for not being combative. So this
That was
I'm going to use this as an example.
not the
You
answer.
pour the flour. Shh, you had your turn, sweetheart. You pour the flour in the bowl, right?
Okay.
And then I start putting eggs, baking powder, salt, butter, milk, mix it up, and I put the batter on a griddle, and I create pancakes. Who made the pancakes?
Preparation. What? Hold on. So
Who made the
preparation-wise,
pancakes?
we both did.
No, sweetheart, no. You put the flour in the bowl. That was it. I created the pancakes. I put what was needed in it for it to become a pancake. Otherwise, it would have just been flour in a damn bowl.
Well, no, you said I put the flour in the bowl, so there would be no
Yes.
pancakes without flour.
No, you can make pancakes without flour. I'm
It's
just
a
It
saying.
wouldn't be the
chicken and egg
same
argument. It's
consistency.
a
As
chicken
far
and
as
an
it,
egg
no, no,
argument. That's what it is.
pause,
Chicken and an egg argument. It's not gonna
It
be.
wouldn't be the same
pause.
consistency.
Sweetheart,
And
you
matter of
had your
fact, it would
time
be
to
like
Why
talk.
are y'all
You
cutting her
chose not
off?
to
I
participate.
know you
answering
got
her
it.
question.
Shut your ass up. I'm talking to Kai now. You lost your turn. I said you put flour in the bowl, and then
True.
I added the rest of the ingredients and I cooked it. I created the
True.
pancake. So you did not put in equal effort, nor did you create anything. You just slightly contributed.
But if you're comparing this to reproduction, there's slight holes in this theory because yes, I provided the flour, but it's not going to be the same consistency if it were just made without flour. It's
Who
not going
No,
to
it
created
be
the
the same
wouldn't.
pancake?
pancake.
You don't
In
know
the
how to
scenario
cook.
that I just gave, who created the pancake at the end of the day? Who
True,
put in the
women
most
did.
work?
True, women did because you put it
Okay,
in the pan and you cooked
thank you. Then that's the same concept when it comes to conceiving,
it. I had
growing a baby, and birthing one.
There's slight
Could
holes in
I?
that
It's
because
not
the
the same.
man
It's false
contributes
equivalence. That's a
50% of
false
his
Can I
equivalence.
genetic
hold
code into
y'all?
that
That
child.
is a false equivalence.
Stop trying. She's asking him some questions. Let them finish the conversation.
So there's slight holes in that because men contribute 50% genetic code into that child. Without
But
the
there's
man,
more
hold,
than
50%.
hold on. Without the man,
They
that
didn't.
child wouldn't have a blood type, immune system variations, intelligence, which the man gives 50% into, a personality.
No,
And then
that's
after
not for
birth,
everybody. That's wrong too.
ma'am,
Let him
That's wrong
finish.
too.
Now hold
ma'am.
up. Hold up. Even
And
if it's
then
wrong, hold up real quick. Even if it's wrong, you have to let them say the thing. Because we can't correct misconceptions if we don't know what the misconception is in the first place. Let him finish.
and even after birth, the man he presents the environment that helps create that child for having major impacts on the child's emotional development, confidence, and worldview. So
Can
to
I
say
go
that you
now?
don't need a man, I'm not finished. So to say that you
Hurry
don't
up.
need a man is she need a man. But to say that you don't need a
I
man
don't.
is a non point because you need a man in order to make a child.
Okay, can I go now?
Because it takes two to make a fertilized egg, and that is my point.
Okay, so I want to add on to what Jazz said. Jazz, great analogy. I would have probably used.
What? There is a God.
You went out, Breeze.
I mean, once you come back, I think my only contention is that it doesn't sound like the people who are disagreeing with this understand the full process of life creation. And that's why they're only anchoring it to two people. So like two people, therefore 50-50. And it's like, that's not life creation though. Like DNA chromosome is just one part of life creation. And so because that's the only one that, it sounds like that's the only one that y'all know. And therefore all the other parts of life creation, you all are either ignorant to or willfully ignoring. And so it's like, that's my only point of contention. Like, do you understand what else goes into life creation outside of genetic code?
Yes, but to
Okay.
piggyback what you said,
And
like,
what's that?
to piggyback what you said, the chromosome thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know that it has a major what's the word I'm looking for, impact on that child's not only upbringing,
But we're
but their
talking
entire
about
life.
life creation, though. We're not talking about impact on the child upbringing,
Hold on, Kai. I was still talking. I was
right?
going to let Unwritten go, but I was still talking.
Oh, you went out, Brave. Like
Yeah,
we couldn't hear you at all.
Oh,
God worked his work. So
no.
Yeah.
I was talking. So, no, you go on mute. You go on mute. Thank you. Like I said, your role, it doesn't need to be minimalized because it's already minimal. It's already minimum. You don't need to minimalize something that is not of a maximal. Your role is already minimum, so there's no need to minimalize it. You are just minimal. There you go. Okay, so back to what you said, Jazz, about the recipe. I would definitely use that analogy to describe them. You all are non-factors. You all can buy we can buy your ingredients at a bank. Your one ingredient that you provide at a bank. Everything else comes from the feminine. Even your sperm originated from the feminine and the female. That's the whole point of this conversation. Ultimately,
Can I
everything
say
you
something
are
right
and
quick?
have come from us, including your sperm.
I want to rebuttal this.
Can I
You
say
can't
something right
rebuttal
quick?
it. No,
Actually,
you can't.
I most definitely, ma'am,
Bravo,
you're yelling
bravo,
again. Your
bravo,
intelligence is
bravo. Go
showing.
on
Your
mute.
intelligence is showing.
My intelligence is shown past you
You're being
because, like
combative.
I
You're
said,
being combative.
you provide one ingredient, and even that ingredient came from where? Chad already said it, and he left. The feminine, the female. It still stands
Came from a man.
as what it is. It
It came
is
from
what it
Yeah.
is.
Can I say something right
All you
quick?
all
And
provide is the sperm. We provide the egg. We provide the environment. Since you want to talk about environment, we provide the nature, the majority of the chromosomes and the genes.
No,
yo,
not
I
majority.
hope you
This
don't
Hold
have
up,
half.
kids.
y'all.
This
Hold up, hold
that
up,
middle
everybody.
half.
I hope you don't have
Your
Majority.
kids.
mother
Everybody mute up.
Majority.
provided
This.
more genes of
I hope
Everybody
she
mute
don't
chromosomes
have
up.
per child
kids. I
than
hope
you
she
Hold
don't
up,
have
hold up,
kids.
hold up, hold
'Cause
up.
we got another one of her running around here. We got
Bruh,
a problem.
sad to say,
Sir,
I
hold up.
bet she got kids.
I don't have
What
kids.
does that have to do
Oh,
with
thank
You
anything if
God.
lost
she
a
did?
bet. You
Thank
lost a bet,
God.
What would that
bitch.
have to do with anything if she did?
Hold up, real
Yeah, what
quick,
does
What?
that
sir.
have to
Y'all
do
can
with
y'all
Because you
hear
don't
anything?
me?
know of her kind.
Mute up. Mute up or I'm
Bruh.
gonna drop you. What the fuck? Like how many times I gotta say it? We got people who ain't speaking. We're gonna go to Prince and then we go to Bravo. Go ahead, Prince.
Hey, you can skip over me for a minute. My background's pretty loud.
Alright, okay. Go ahead, Bravo, then we got Hoyt.
I was just in the chat, just listening or whatever, and trying to figure out what's the real contention of it is, and everybody saying science, 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 and all this stuff.
When you say contention of what?
Contention of what life started as. Everybody, if you're scientific thinking about it, everything started asexual. That's just evolution.
True.
So,
As
and
female. Correct.
then listen. Then we sit and say, well, you can't have a child without this person. You can't have a child with a male, female, whatever. A male is minimalized in your eyes or whatever. In science, it's not because it's half and half. And a lot of the DNA, as if you're going to have a male or female child, comes from the father.
So do you think that men have seed?
Of course.
That's
Of course,
incorrect.
absolutely.
Brady,
Well,
I'm
if
gonna
you
have to
think
drop
that, I
you.
mean, that's
Like
what you think.
seriously, why do you think men have seed?
Because that's what we have.
No. Why?
Until an egg is fertilized in a woman, it has no life.
True.
That is
No,
not
hold
true.
up. All
So
right,
you
hold up.
abort the
Y'all
baby
two
every
can take.
couple
Hold up, real
of
quick.
weeks.
Y'all two can take a fucking laugh. Like y'all can take a fucking laugh. I don't know what the fuck wrong with y'all, and why the fuck y'all keep like speaking over people. Like y'all need to get medication for y'all fucking ADHD for real. Like for real, you need to get medicated for that shit. You gotta let people finish talking.
Now, all
No,
cells
the
have
egg is
life.
not dormant in a woman's body. That's not how that works.
That's not what I'm saying. All cells is alive. But if you stand on that, you have a baby you getting rid of every 25 to 30 days, and that's not true.
That's not.
Until
What are you
that
talking
seed,
about?
and
What
until that
baby?
seed, until
What
that seed from
baby?
a man.
What baby are you talking about?
I said in that case, if that was a living entity in a woman, the egg, it would be basically a child already without the male. And it's not. A sperm is a
Nobody
living
said that.
organism by itself.
Nobody made that
That's why they
claim.
call. No,
But
I'm
you're
not
not.
saying that.
Oh no, I
It's
know. I know. Hold up, real quick. Let me pull this image up because y'all. Um.
Tap the screen, y'all. And Bravo, you're echoing.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
I can go after Bravo when Tara comes back with the infographic.
There
Oh,
you
here it
go.
is.
Here you go. All right. So the egg and the seed again. We know that if you want the embryo, that's what we focus on, the embryo that's inside of the egg and inside of the seed, right? Yes, you have pollen that contributes to embryo development in the seed, and sperm that contributes to the embryo development inside the egg. But if you're going to say a seed, which is from the plant family, it would literally be equal to an egg. It would not be equal. Again, so the sperm would not be equal to the seed. It would be equal to pollen.
which is the same thing.
No.
Pollen is
So
fertilizer.
I like to like
I'm
kind of bring
ready to
some
drop off.
clarification.
I'm ready to drop off right.
Go ahead and drop off. Go ahead, Prince. If
Yeah,
y'all
so
get
to
to
add
please stop interrupting people. Go ahead, Prince.
yeah, so to kind of offer some clarity to like the sperm and the egg. The sperm cell is not a living organism. Like, it is a single-celled organism, but it's not alive, meaning that it can't survive on its own outside of the ball sack. Whereas the egg has been scientifically proven to be sentient to a point where it can give out signals to see which sperm cell it wants to add to it to contribute to the making of the baby. So to kind of add to that, no, sperm cells do not carry life because they're not living. They're just there, fluttering about. And I think it's interesting that in this conversation, the menfolk are just refusing to acknowledge parthenogenesis, which is how prehistoric females were able to reproduce before the mutation of the male. And this has been an ongoing thing in scientific communities, especially in Europe, where they're taking stem cells from bone marrow to create sperm cells. So if women already have the stem cells in our bone marrow to create babies without the male, it kind of clears up the argument that men are not the seed and therefore aren't really necessary for reproduction biologically. Socially, that's iffy, socially. But biologically, men are not needed. And I'll land there.
And I just wanted to add really quick. Somebody named Mr. Incredible in the chat said, let's talk about women's eggs after age 30 plus. New genetic studies have shown that it is males' quality of sperm that end up creating problems when it comes to the genetic manifestation of a healthy fetus. The older men get, the worse the quality of their sperm, which can cause genetic conditions, which can cause genetic imperfections that could result in miscarrying, deformities, and things of that nature. It has been genetically proven that with the eggs, women can technically give birth pretty late in life. It's not recommended because, obviously her risk is higher of unaliving to bring forth that life. But as far as the vitality of the fetus, it'll be perfectly fine. It's the males. Technically, once males become 30 plus, their quality of sperm heavily decreases. Heavily. Y'all can get people pregnant all day, but the result of that pregnancy is going to be determined on the quality of the sperm. That is genetically and scientifically backed.
Yeah, and that's like recent. That's recent too.
Hold on, what you say, Prince?
No, I was saying that Jazz is correct. This is like recent research that's been proven last week. It's been making headlines, debunking the myth that women's eggs expire. They don't. It's the men's sperm that expires after 30 and disintegrates in quality.
Yeah, thank you. Go ahead, Father Khan.
While we waiting for him?
Hold up, Khan. You there or no?
Who? You talking to me?
No, I'm literally saying their name. Well, he didn't.
Well, while we waiting for
Tara,
that person, right?
Tara,
I
can I
did
say
want to.
something?
I did wait. While we wait for
Let
that person, I did
let
want to make a
L
statement,
go.
though.
Well,
I
why
did
does
want to make
L
a statement.
already get to go?
Because first of all, I waited. I waited patiently for the other person to
And
speak, but
I've
they
been
didn't say
waiting
anything.
too. You've been
I meant, but
talking the
wait,
most.
man, it's not
Go
about
ahead,
you.
L, and
I
then you can
waited.
let
I
It's
waited
not
for
them.
that
about you
person.
either.
I waited for that person to speak, but they didn't say
I
anything, so I
waited
was
for them as
patient.
well. I want to say
Okay, but I
something
came
too.
off mute first. So, with that
No,
being said, I did want
no,
to address what
no.
somebody
Because
said.
I addressed those
Ma'am,
when you started
ma'am,
speaking.
ma'am, ma'am,
I asked for permission from the
ma'am.
host.
I'm
That should
talking.
matter.
I'm talking, ma'am. Please
No, I
relax.
asked for
Have
permission
some
from the host first.
self-control
That
and
should
stop being
matter.
combative, ma'am. What I wanted to say is that
Hold on, real quick. I'm tired of y'all two, for real. Y'all two going back and forth like I don't know what the fuck going on. But let him finish, Breathe, and you can
But
go.
Tara,
thank you. That's
I
her.
asked you first.
Watch this. I'm gonna let her talk. Go ahead.
Tara, I asked you first. Shouldn't
Go
that
ahead. Go
count?
go ahead. Go ahead. You got it. Go ahead.
Okay, so what I wanted to say to that ignorant man that dropped, and he contradicted himself because, and as I'm sorry, I don't mean to enunciate your name wrong. Is it Vinex?
Oh,
You can just say Prince. It's fine.
Right. Okay, so like as you said, the sperm dies fairly quickly. It has no life outside of testicles and outside of the vagina and the uterus. It has no, and even after that, if it doesn't fertilize an egg, it quickly dies. So that makes no sense for an egg not to be a living organism and for sperm to not be considered for sperm to be considered a living organism. What he said is just totally false, and it makes no sense. And it's one thing. It's the same thing that L and Kai have been up here spewing for the last
Yeah, that's
hour.
why he wanted to hurt and drop because he knew he wasn't saying shit.
I mean, exactly. It just made no sense. It made little to no sense. So what he was saying is that he commits murder every time he jacks off. That's what he's saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they
Have
are
y'all ever heard of a
blatant and
sperm?
important.
L, don't talk to me straight up.
I wasn't even
Because I see
talking
you
to
a
you.
person
You
that's
see what I'm saying?
on.
I wasn't talking to you. Why are you talking to me?
First
Please
of all, you
stop.
keep talking about me being combative. Of course I'm gonna
Oh my
combat you. You're stupid.
God, man,
Of
please.
course I'm
Man.
going to combat an idiot like you. You're stupid.
I never
You're
once.
worth nothing. Your mother should have killed you.
Okay, right. And you're a motherless woman. Okay, great.
A motherless woman. My mother just took me on a birthday trip.
All right. You don't have any
Don't
kids.
mention
Now
my
what?
mother.
Now what? You're not
Don't
a
mention
mother.
because you'll get
You're not
a
a
bullet
mother.
in your
You're not a
head
mother.
mentioning
You're
my
not a.
mother.
Oh, now.
Hold
Oh,
up.
wait,
You
wait.
can't
So
say certain stuff, Bree.
violence. Look at that. Being violent. You don't have any kids, man.
Okay,
Why
I'm
are you
sorry.
even
I'm
talking
sorry
about
for
it?
saying that word.
Hold up.
I'm
It's
sorry for
not the
saying that
violence.
word.
Hold up. It's
Thank you.
not
Thank you for
violence just because
apologizing.
it's
No,
TikTok.
I'm not apologizing to you. I'm
Thank you for
apologizing to Tara.
apologizing. Thank you
I'm
for
sorry for saying
apologizing.
that to him.
Thank you for apologizing.
No, I didn't apologize
Thank
to
you
you.
for
You'll be,
apologizing,
you
lady.
know
Thank you
where,
for
dealing with
apologizing,
me.
lady.
You know
Thank you
what
for
you'll get to
apologizing.
your
Thank you.
brain.
Thank
You
you.
know
I
what you'll
know.
get to your
I
brain.
know. I know.
I'll
I
say it
know.
again.
Look at violent. You're being violent, lady. Just stop it.
Can I throw some?
It is terrible. This lady is crazy.
Sir, find your father so I can do
You want to
what
talk
to
to
him.
him? So maybe he can
I'll send him a
impregnate you.
woman that'll give
If you
him
don't
a
have any
real
kids, so
son.
maybe he can impregnate you and have some kids.
No,
Don't
he
do
won't
that.
impregnate me. I'll send him a real woman to be your stepmama and
You're
to
not even a
actually
step. You're
take
not
care of
even a
you.
mother at all. So what are you talking about?
I don't,
Hold
and I don't
on.
need to be a mother.
Chill
I
out,
don't
chill
need to be a
out.
mother.
It's not that serious. Relax.
Sir,
Relax.
sir, don't tell me to relax.
Just
Can I
relax.
touch on something that Jazz said?
Hold up, real quick. Go ahead, Hart. I don't know if you was gonna shit or whatever was going
Yeah,
on. Go ahead.
so I had an opinion on it, but in all honesty, to respect to the host and everybody on here, if it gets to the point where the debate turns into the conversation I just
So
heard,
you ain't got to. So do you want to make a point or no?
it's not worth. But my point is, no one person, man or woman, is more important than the other. And if you want to get technical and you're a religion Christian person, God created man, and from man a woman.
We're not religious, and we were talk about how there's this misconception that God would be a man. So no, not at all, sir.
Thank you, Tara.
Go ahead, Drika. He ain't saying shit. He want to come up here with all that That religious hocus pocus bullshit. Go ahead, Rico.
Focus is crazy.
Hey, Tara. Hey, everybody.
Okay.
I mean, I don't really have much to say right now. I'm gonna let other people talk, but like this is just draining having the same conversation. And it was interesting that that dude was trying to bring religion in here. And I know earlier you had that prompt up about that, but they always do that. The way that men try to inflate their like what they bring to the table and how they've been able to create this lie surrounding their abilities is diabolical. Y'all, like it's just fucking draining. Y'all some losers. Like that's just bottom line. This shit is just draining. It's just draining.
Yeah, some of these dudes sterile and they making this argument. It's crazy. Y'all's open panel.
I had a question for the panel.
Go ahead.
We don't want to answer.
That's cool. So my question is going to lead up to another thing, and then I'm going to touch on what Jazz said earlier. So my question to the panel is, who all here was raised in a 2-parent household?
That's stupid.
It doesn't matter. Does that matter?
Real quick, y'all. That question is. That's what I was telling earlier. Y'all not following the conversation. No, it's a stupid question.
Up to the next
In the context of the conversation, the question is fucking stupid. That's what I'm saying. Like we gotta have a dumbass argument over your stupid ass question.
It's not a stupid question because I said it's going to lead to what the
Whoever
conversation
was in your household failed.
It's a stupid question. Go ahead and make the point.
Okay. Since you don't want to answer my question, I can't get to my point. So
We're not about to answer no dumbass question. You're not about to
I'm going to get back to what Jazz said initially about the epigenetic.
There you go.
When Jazz said about after 35 or 30, men's sperm deteriorates, which is true, but it's all dictated on his his age, but his health, his diet, and his stress level before conception. That all affects his.
Yeah, but it declines after age 29, and geriatric sperm is a real thing.
True, but that is all determined by his diet, his lifestyle, and stress.
No, you're not. No man, you be healthy if you want. You get older, that shit deteriorating, Sarah. What did you talk about? Y'all niggas act like y'all can eat just fruits and vegetables till you fucking 90 and say with the same stamina you had when you was 18. It's not gonna happen, sir. You're going to age.
Yeah, you're simply like, I mean, and that's just a fact of the matter. But in this, it's hard for men to hear this because we have literally been raised up to rush women into marrying, carrying before our quote unquote biological clock just phases out. But new studies have shown that it is in fact the male sperm that heavily determines the viability of a healthy baby. Like even a younger man, if he smokes and drinks all the time, if he's an addict, all of those things can contribute to having a faulty pregnancy and could result in miscarriage, could result in long-term conditions in that child. So it's something that's been ignored for so long because the onus has always been put on women to maintain a healthy diet, a healthy body, a healthy mind, and birth the strongest, best top-tier children. And really, it's on y'all, especially after the age of 30. So, because and think about it, these men like younger women. So it's men in their 40s and 50s impregnating women in their 20s and creating essentially. I think you're muting. I think you're echoing unwritten.
Yeah, you got background.
And so essentially, it's creating a lot of genetic imperfections and syndromes in newborn babies. And I mean, it's kind of sad, but it is the truth. Genetic imperfection is the number one reason for miscarriages. So yeah, that has to be talked about and that has to be understood. Your DNA matters to an extent, but at the end of the day, the conversation started based on who contributes the most to the bringing forth of life, and it is women. The answer has always been women.
Could I say something, Tara? Or is it someone else's turn?
Are you fine?
Okay, so I also wanted to bring up, because I have pattern recognition, The males, the genetic mutations on this panel, the two we have up here, they have had a pattern of bringing up points, subjects, and asking questions that have nothing to do with what we are talking about and have no significance to it. Yet when it flips and it applies to them, they're going to run like they have this whole entire time. And I mean that.
False.
And just to let y'all know that the dudes in the chat tell some cite your sources, I'm not doing your research for you. It doesn't matter what I tell you on here. You're going to try to misunderstand me because you don't want it to be true.
Hey, Jazz.
And you don't want to acknowledge anything other than what you've been taught. So do your own research. Go touch grass. Go talk to a doctor. How about do that? Go talk to a doctor.
Hey, Jazz, can I
That
tell you something?
specializes in the development of fetuses, newborns, and fetuses and newborns, and then you come back and tell me what your findings are. But until then, you're not going to have any fair argument here. No foundation for your points.
You know he spelled the word "site" wrong, and I corrected him in the comments.
And not even that. You can just go to your local library and register for JSTOR for free. You don't even have to go to a medical doctor. You can just go to your library and read a book.
They don't read. She spelled the word "site" wrong. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, but it's very interesting how like the arguments for science that they have always fall back on religious falsehoods and social constructs that have nothing to do with the conversation.
Yeah, well, that's what the religious construct was invented for in the first place, to give men an extra leg up.
What you mean men don't have seed?
Yeah, and
that's why they stressing, because like they've always thought that they were more important. So again, when you get pushback, they like, oh no, it's equal, and then like you see in this case, it's like they can't even fathom the fact that they contribute less, even though we can see women getting pregnant. Women get pregnant and give birth, and they still like, oh, I got more to do with reproduction than she does. Like that shit, it don't make no sense.
That was never the point. The point was creation, life creation.
Don't cut her off. Don't cut her off.
I waited for her to finish.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Don't cut her off.
Yes, I did.
It's even worse because
Wait,
you guys
we got
create
two.
anything.
Wait, did you call her out when she cut me off?
You do not create anything.
See the bias?
You guys give your fertilizer and then you walk away, and she literally takes over the rest.
We got the calm condescender. We got the calm condescender above me. Then we got the wild man.
Yeah, you're right. I'm above
you don't
you for a
have a
reason.
solid argument, so why are you
I do
here?
have a solid argument. My
You
argument
don't.
from the beginning.
You don't.
My argument
You
from
don't.
the beginning. My argument from the beginning was
Your argument from the beginning was
oh, here we go. No, my argument from the beginning. In order for life to be created, it takes a man and a woman. That was my argument. From
no. In the very
Yeah,
beginning,
and it's
it was
been
actually
proven
just
that that's
female.
not true.
No, it hasn't been proven.
That's that literally has been proven.
You need sperm and you need an egg.
No, you
Sperm
don't.
comes
And
from the man,
originally,
the
we
egg
had
is in the
egg
woman.
and
So
sperm.
therefore, it takes that. So
Like,
there we go.
no, but we've been telling
had
There we
both.
go. Why are you cutting
And
her
then
off?
you
Why are
mutated
you
and
cutting
came
her off?
along.
That,
But
my
that's the
point.
thing, though. Like,
my
why do you
point.
keep anchoring to that when we've already stated that, like, the female existed prior to the male? So reproduction
What?
evolved into.
What are you talking? All right, you got it.
Okay, so
They- we already
I
said
know,
that
I
a
know,
while
I
ago.
know.
Yeah, so in prehistory,
Oh, now we're talking
females have been proven to be reproducing by themselves. It's called parthenogenesis.
No.
Yes,
There's no way
it's
that
been
you
proven as parthenogenesis
You cannot
somewhere
create-
along the line.
It was
you're gonna
possible
not
once,
interrupt
and it's
me.
going back to that.
Thank
Because
you.
I came up here and I asked you, Mel, or L, I asked you, human reproduction is
cut her
1
off.
to 2 billion year old.
Let her speak. You cut her
The
off.
male Y chromosome is 180 million years old. So how did reproduction happen prior to the creation of the male chromosome? And you said, I don't know.
This is a chicken and the egg argument.
Not
Because
a,
we're
hold
gonna
on, hold on,
both-
real quick. Hold on, real
You
quick.
are
You said
chicken.
that. Hold on, real quick. That shit is stupid. You said that dumb shit earlier. The chicken and egg argument is about what come first. We're talking about we're literally looking at reproduction. We can tell men are mutational women. There's no chicken and egg. That's what I'm saying. Like, you're not following the
Because then it's gonna
conversation.
go no, because I will respond by saying that then it's gonna get into religion about who created about who
It's
God
not going
created
to get
first.
into religion
Yes, it
unless you
will.
bring it
It's a
there,
slippery slope. It's a slippery slope.
which means if you have to bring religion into a conversation about biology, sociology, and anthropology, then you don't have an argument.
Thank you for
No, I do have an argument because
It's that
science
simple.
and
You do
religion
not have
consistently
an
clash.
argument, though. If you have to bring religion
Science and religion
into a
consistently
science,
clash.
then it's not a
No,
viable argument.
it's science and religion
Because religion
consistently
is
clash.
not science. Religion is
Exactly. You're
technically
right.
a philosophy.
You're right.
So
You're
why
right.
are you bringing religion into science?
Your beliefs are
Panero,
your beliefs.
It's not a
can I ask
belief.
Beliefs are your
Science
Panero a
is not a
question?
belief. Science
Hold
is
up.
fact.
So do you believe in God?
So why are
Do
you
you believe in God?
why are you
Do you believe in
arguing
God?
religion with
Do you believe in
science?
God?
That means you don't
No.
have an argument.
All right, so then we can't have the conversation then.
Well, because it's not real.
I mean,
Not
we can
talking
have a
about
All right, so
creation.
you're an
conversation. We
atheist.
can
Okay,
have a
I
great.
believe in
conversation with
God.
Thanks for
you.
acknowledging you're atheist. So now I know where we stand.
I
I
No, I
believe
didn't
in
just
say
don't
God,
you're
and
an
believe.
God
I
is
just
atheist.
don't
I
believe in
said that you don't
blonde
have
hair,
an
blue eyed
argument.
zombie god Jesus.
Whoa, we never put
But I
our
never
faith in
said
God.
that though. You see how you did? You see what you did? They do a straw man argument every
No,
time. Every
You
time.
just keep
define a
throwing
straw.
words
Every time.
around. Shut up.
Do
Shut
you know what a
up.
do you know what a straw man argument
Shut
is?
up. I'm telling you
You
now to
don't know.
shut
You
up.
don't know. So thank you. You don't know.
Shut
I
up.
don't
You
You've
do
think
it
been
all the time.
throwing
I don't
words
think you
around for the
know
last
though.
hour and
That's
a
the
Don't know.
half.
Now
Shut
thing.
listen.
up.
Now this lady up here has been yelling at me. She told me she was gonna pew pew me and all this other stuff.
And
And
I
not
I
one
mean,
will.
time.
you
And not
kind of
one
I
time.
brought it on
Look.
will.
yourself
And there's
though.
never been. And look. And I've
And
never
I
said anything.
will.
And
Yeah,
I've
but
never
you
used
brought it on
violence. Right now,
yourself
if I say
though.
something to that effect, oh, look at you disrespecting women. You look
Oh,
at
don't
you
work. Say
violent
it to
towards
me,
women.
because I got something special
No,
for
you
you.
won't. No,
Your
you
mother
won't.
will be
No, you
frying
won't,
fish
lady.
for the
No, you
next week.
won't. No, you
Your
won't.
mother will
You
be
just
frying
yapping.
fish
You
Oh,
to
just
sell
shit.
yapping.
plates to
You just
bury
yapping,
you.
Oh
lady.
I
It's not
Jesus.
Oh,
promise
you.
you
You
she
my.
just
will.
yapping. You just
I
yapping.
promise you
No,
she
you
will.
won't. No, you
All
won't.
I
right.
promise you
For the
she will.
No, you
protection of the
won't.
live,
Stop being
let's not go
violent,
there.
lady. Stop being violent.
Let's not go
Can,
there.
can I,
Right,
can I,
exactly. Thank
Sarah,
you.
can
I
I
agree
please
with
have
you.
it with
Let's
L?
not
I
go
Boy,
had
there.
shut
something to
up.
say
Don't
to
Let's
her.
nobody
not go
shut up.
there.
I don't need you to agree with me.
Let's
Shut your
not go
ass
there.
up.
Thank you.
Because
I
I
But
ain't
appreciate
finna
like
it.
for
sit
the
up
sake
and talk
of
Thank
about
you.
it.
the
Thank you.
L.
Thank
Hey,
for
you.
the
wait.
sake of the
Let's
conversation,
not go
like
there, lady.
if you have to bring Sky Daddy into the discussion that
Oh,
has nothing to do
atheist.
with it, then
Thank
you
you.
don't have an
Thank
argument.
you. Then we can't. You're
Oh,
right.
can
It's
I
that
say
You're
something
right.
to
simple.
You're
L
right.
real
You're
quick?
right. You're right.
Can
You're
I say
right.
something to L? You bring
Was
you
that
Violence.
so hard?
Violence.
Just
you
because
you
somebody doesn't believe in the Christian God doesn't mean
Violence.
that they're
Violence. I didn't
atheists.
say anything
All
about
right.
exactly,
Christian.
Jazz. I was
I
just
didn't say
going to
anything
say that.
about
Okay, but
Thank
Yes, you
you.
I
did
Christian.
did. But I
though.
I
did.
didn't
But
You
say
it's a
said,
anything
oh,
about
lie.
Christian.
atheists. So
I
shut
said
the fuck
God. I
up.
said God. I didn't
And
say
I
Christian.
said, your conception of what God is isn't real.
Thank you.
How are you going to tell me what my conception is?
You don't know what his
Because
conception.
Because you just tried to compare
it's
it.
not.
You just said that your belief in God is like one and the same of how creation became. Like that's not a thing. Just because you can't.
Wait, what?
This is your
What?
problem. This is the problem
So
that
did God? Do you believe in
this is
God? Yes
how
or
the
no?
problem. Be
Yes or no?
quiet,
Do you believe
Panera
in
Bread. Be
God?
quiet,
Hey,
Panera
L.
All
Bread.
right. Thank
The
you. So we can't
problem
have the
is
argument then.
when y'all can't answer questions, you chalk it up to religion. That is the same thing that primitive people did when they didn't have a fucking explanation for anything.
Do you
They
believe
didn't
in
know
God?
why it was raining. They didn't know why it was raining. They just
Do you
knew
believe
that,
in
oh, I
God?
could wash with this. I can drink this.
Shut up,
This
L.
waters our plants. This gives us
Lady,
crops. Y'all chalked it up to fucking should chalk it water gods, rain gods. But no, it was actually precipitation. That the scientific portion of it
But
the
hold on.
scientific portion of it couldn't be explained. So instead of digging deeper, you chalked it up to gods. That's what y'all do when it comes to things that you can't explain, even in 2025.
is there a
Science
creator?
matters, words matter,
Is there a
biology
creator? Is there a
matters.
creator of all things?
No, I
All
don't.
right.
I don't
So
believe
you don't
that.
believe in
It's
God
called
then? Thank you.
carbon.
No, that doesn't
It's
believe
called
that. That
That
doesn't
No,
doesn't
carbon.
mean
believe
she
no.
God.
doesn't believe
God is
in
the
God.
creator of
But
all
That
hold
things.
doesn't
on.
mean she doesn't.
Hold
Doesn't
on.
Now
mean
I'm getting ready. Now I'm
No.
straight do it to you.
Hold on.
Here,
Hold
may I
Scientifically
please do it to
speaking.
him? May I
Hold
Do
please
you
do it
believe
to
in
him
God?
because
Do
he's
you
trying
believe
to
in?
be
Do you
super
believe in
Hello,
God?
disrespectful.
excuse me, hold on.
Exactly.
Just because I don't, Panera Bread, shut the fuck
Thank you.
up.
Thank you.
You are
Exactly.
extremely slow,
Shut your
and
mouth.
it's
Thank you.
hard.
Thank you.
It is hard to. It is
Appreciate it.
hard to like fathom that somebody can be this condescending and slow at the same time. But I'm gonna hold your hand when I
No,
say
that's
this.
you.
Just because I don't believe in a being creating all things in the universe does not mean that I am an atheist. Just because I
So
don't
who is
believe in a
God?
specific
Who is
God
God?
that believes in specific things, that does not mean that I am an atheist. That could be that I believe in a God and I just believe in science as well. There could be a multitude of
A
things.
God.
You're making an assumption because you are slow.
I'm
You
slow.
cannot make
Okay,
sense
look.
of things
I've never
without
once
throwing a God
disrespected
in
any
it.
God does
reason.
not matter.
Oh my God,
Hold on, hold
lady,
on, hold
stop
on, hold
yelling.
on.
I've never
I have
once
No,
a
ain't
disrespected
no hold
anybody
on.
up
You're not
here.
in charge of
I've been
nothing.
called slow. I've been called this and that. Not
And
one
you
time
are.
have I been
You
disrespectful.
are.
So
That's false.
therefore,
You have been
no,
disrespectful.
I
Just
haven't been
because you say it,
disrespectful.
just because you say it in a
Man,
monotone way, that does
all right,
not mean that
what
you're
did I
not,
say was
that doesn't mean
disrespectful,
that you're
man?
being
What did I say was
respectful.
disrespectful,
You have
man?
called women combative on here just
No,
because they
that's a
disagree
fact.
with
This
you.
lady
You
down
have
here is
called women, no,
that's a
you're
fact. That's not
combative. You're
disrespectful.
Oh, don't worry.
combative
I
That's
though.
a fact.
combated you.
You're
That's a fact.
combative
Look, she
though.
disagreed
You've
with me,
been
so therefore
combative.
that's not disrespectful.
Unwritten didn't hold on. Unwritten didn't
That's not
disrespect you
Got
disrespectful.
you
one
again.
time. Unwritten
If I
didn't
say you're
disrespect you
speaking,
one
right, is that
time. Shut the
disrespectful?
fuck
All
up,
right, exactly,
Panera
Shut
Bread.
up.
exactly.
Shut up.
Look,
Unwritten
no,
didn't
you shut the
disrespect
fuck
you
up.
one
No, you
time, but
shut
you were
up.
You
being
shut the fuck
combative
up.
with her. You
Nobody's being
refused to
combative,
answer her
lady.
questions,
That's not being
and you were
combative.
being
That's actually the
aggressive with
opposite of
her.
being
Yes.
That
combative.
is a lie.
That's
That
the
is a lie.
opposite of being combative.
You
You
were
are
Thank you.
being
Thank
you are
you.
a
combative with
literal
her
Thank
when
you.
she
hick.
simply
No,
You
asked
are
you
a
a
that's the
literal hick.
question
opposite of being
that you could
combative.
not
Take
That's the
answer.
opposite of
accountability.
being
So if we're
combative,
gonna
lady. You
talk
don't
about
even know.
somebody
You don't
being
even know. You're not even
combative,
You're not
it
even
was
using words
you.
correctly.
It was
You
you.
oh
You're not
no,
even
You're
using
you
words
doing
listen.
the very
correctly.
thing
Hey
you're
Jazz, let me
accusing
You're
have
not
it with
women
even
on the
him.
using
panel
I
of
words
got
doing.
something
correctly,
for you.
yo. You're not
Jazz,
even
let
using
me
words
have it with
correctly.
him. Because I have something special
Oh
for
my
him.
Hold on,
Let me
hold
god.
on,
tell
hold
you
on.
something.
Oh
You
my
took the
god.
short bus to
I know.
school.
I know. Okay, and I licked
You
the
want to
windows too,
talk
right? I
about me
know. I know. I
misusing
know. You
words?
know what? I agree with you.
Your
You're right.
mother
You're
didn't even
right. You're
involve
right.
you
You're right.
in
You're
your
right.
education
You're
with your
right. You're
government
right. You
when you
can't
were
even talk
5
without
years
yelling,
old.
lady. You can't even talk without yelling. You're right. You're right.
I can talk.
So
I
I
can
agree
talk.
with
I
you.
don't like
You know
talking
what?
to
You're
you,
right. You're
but
right.
I
Because
am.
so I'm not being combative. You're
God,
right. I agree
first of
with you.
all,
You're
God
right.
wants you to stop
You're right.
mentioning
You're right,
their
lady.
name.
You're right, lady.
Stop
You're right.
mentioning
You're
God's
right. You're
name
right,
because
lady.
there's
You're
nothing
right, lady.
of God or
You're right.
godly
Okay,
about
I
you.
know. I know. It's
Not
Sunday. You should
Christian,
go to
not
church.
Muslim,
Go to
nothing.
church. Go do
Not
something.
from any
Go take a
indigenous
walk. Get a hug.
religion,
You need a
any
hug,
indigenous
lady.
tradition,
You need a hug.
nothing.
You need a hug.
There's
You need a hug.
nothing
Somebody need that.
that is of
You know
God
what?
that
You
is
know
of
what?
you. So
You
shut
know
your
what?
mouth.
You need a hug, lady.
You are
You
literally
need
it.
a
If
hug.
Satan exists,
You need
you
a
are him.
hug. Somebody love her. Somebody
Okay,
love on
okay.
her.
So to
No, there is
reframe,
no
Somebody
okay.
love
I'm
on
not
her.
done talking.
Somebody
you
love
Sit
are
on
down.
done
her. I
talking. You're
know.
not
I
even
know.
talking. You're yelling.
You
Both of
just
y'all
yelling.
shut
You
your
just
mouth.
yelling.
You're
You
not.
disrespected Jazz by
Oh, now
bringing
I'm
up
just
her
now you
conception
know
of
what
God,
disrespect sounds like, right?
by
Now you want
bringing
to call
up
out
God to
disrespect,
her.
right? Okay.
That is
Now you want to call out
disrespectful.
disrespect, right? You see how you're a
That
hypocrite?
is disrespectful.
You're a hypocrite. You are a hypocrite, lady.
That's
You are a
disrespectful.
hypocrite, lady.
Excuse me, one second, one
Thank you.
second. Mr. Incredible 3468. Please understand, you can gargle my virtual balls. Okay? You said in the
Now she
chat,
wants to be a
Jazz
man.
blaming her autistic kids on her baby's
Now
father.
she wants to
I
be a
don't
man.
have,
Look at
shut
that.
the
You see
fuck
that?
up. Shut the fuck up while I'm talking. I'm talking about Mr. Incredible
Hey,
in
yo,
the
this is
chat. Shut the
hilarious.
fuck up. I would be a better
Hey, yo,
man than
KY, I
you.
think they
And
all
my
in on this.
penis
I
would
think
be
it's
bigger
for a
than
show.
yours
I
too.
think it's
Shut the
for a
fuck up,
show.
Panero, because
All
I'm
right,
not
so
even
what? Now,
talking
it's
to
Your
you.
mother could have
I'm
blacked
not,
out
hold
when
on,
she was
Brave. Hold
ministrating.
on. Hold on.
all for
And
entertainment. I
Panero,
get it
shut
now.
the fuck up while
Now
I'm talking,
you
bitch,
shut the
because I'm
fuck
not
up.
even talking to you. Shut up. I'm
All right.
addressing somebody in the fucking chat.
Bro, can we have a
Mr.
conversation?
Incredible,
Address
no,
it then.
shut up.
Address it then.
I
Mr.
promise you that's not
Incredible,
happening.
I'm talking about Mr. Incredible in the chat
Follow
because
my
he
command.
been
Bro, go in
tagging
the
me for the
comments.
longest and
Address
saying
it then.
ignorant
Go
shit
in
the
the
whole
comments
fucking
if you want
time.
to talk to the
Shut
comments.
up.
Mr.
Go to
Nobody's
the
Shut your
comments.
introduced
mouth
you.
now.
Nobody's
Go
talking
to
to
the
you.
comments.
Shut
Hold
up.
on.
You just got here. You ain't running shit. Shut the fuck up.
You're not that important.
Damn.
Exactly.
You're
This
not
is
that
the
You,
troll
important.
no,
vibe.
hold on a minute.
You're not that
Mr.
important.
Incredible, you need to
Mr.
stop
True X,
fucking
this is the
tagging
vibe.
me. You
You're
need to
not
stop
that
fucking tagging me and
important.
shut the
You're not
fuck
important.
up.
Let's
So
have
hold
the
on, Mr.
Mr.
conversation.
Incredible, stay the fuck up out my face. Stop tagging me. Stop worried about my shit.
Like
I
you
work with
said.
autistic children. I don't have autistic children. If your dumbass could fucking read, you would understand what the fuck I meant.
Okay,
So hop
great.
off my shit
Okay, cool.
and stay out my
Listen,
fucking
you love
face.
some
Stop fucking
ass. You
tagging
look
me.
like you
You're a
do.
fucking weird ass dude,
Okay,
and you
that's
are
the
obsessed with me. You've been saying shit to me since you
back
came up
to the
here. If your bitch ass
conversation.
shut the fuck up, nigga. Ain't nobody talking to
Back
you or
to the
about you. Shut the fuck up.
You're not.
Shut the fuck up. You niggas have no self-control, but you want respect. You want to try, you think you know people's personal lives, and then you want to get mad when somebody checks your bitch ass. But and then y'all come out your way to come up here to offend other dudes because all y'all do is fucking cyber slurp each other all fucking day. Gooch licking each other, because that's all you know how to fucking do. Y'all got all the mouth in the world and want to open your mouth to defend your fellow cyber slurper. But when some real shit happening outside, y'all want to act dumb and blind. You can't do shit about that and open your mouth then when it fucking matters. But when you come on this bitch, you all about defending your brethren. Stop cyber slurping each other. You wanna goggle on some glizzy?
Do that shit in the fucking chat. Don't nobody give a fuck about how you feel. Grow a pair.
The word.
And to touch on what Mr. Incredible said, not all black women, just a very small percentage.
Guys, shut your mouth. Let us have a moment of silence from your stupid ass. Go on mute. Because you've been one of the dumbest people up here so far. I mean, y'all are agents of chaos. Got all off the actual subject because you are proven wrong by several different people in several different ways. That's what happened. That's what happened. That's why your buddy ran. Like we said, males have never and do not and never will have seed. They never will. The Y chromosome is deteriorating as we speak. Pretty soon, you all won't exist. Oh, you brought Mr. Two Flash or Mr. Ashy up here?
What up, y'all? What up, y'all? I don't know. Y'all overstimulating me.
These motherfuckers out here yelling at their phones and shit.
Hold up.
Fucking weirdos.
Ray, if you understand what you were saying, then we're gonna go to Gaslight. Everybody else mute up.
Okay, so what I was going to say, well, here's the thing. Also, I have a question. Why is it that when they come up, and I understand I've yelled and I've cut people off and I'm wrong for that, but why every time one of these agents of chaos in the form of an XY chromosome, the genetic mutations, every time they come up, they don't get put on mute as fast as I do? Because they're not saying anything. Everything that's coming out of their mouth is nonsensical. It's anti-intellectual. So I'm not understanding. This one, the Two Flash.
For me?
No, I'm asking. I think you are away because you said you got overstimulated. But I feel like I know the mods are probably muting me. You're probably muting me, but it's like they're not getting muted as fast as I am, and they're in the wrong. They're literally able to dominate this panel. There's no real order. They're able to say, "Oh, hey, can I say something? Can I do something? Hey, what do you want?" Like they're just chiming in at each and every time, but I'm the one getting called out for it. Mr. Flashy,
I don't know.
Let me tell you something.
Let
Let me tell you something. I don't care about how unattractive you find me. That's not why we're here.
Did I tag you?
Hold up. Yeah, Dark Horse, you say you dropped them? I don't know what the fuck happened.
Yeah,
She
Dark
said
Horse
she
and the
dropped
mods
them.
have been they've been doing the work. It's just that the men folk have been very quick to unmute and chaos ensues. But the mods have been trying their best.
Because y'all not talking about the conversation. Y'all just going back and forth to insult
Because
each
it's
other.
your panel.
Hold up.
Why do you keep talking?
You're new here.
Hold up. Go ahead. Everybody mute up. Go ahead, Gaslight.
Hello, Tara. Thank you for having me on your panel. I agree. Men do not have seed. They do not house these children. Quite frankly, I don't think men should have a say or responsibility as we give a minor thing that is necessary for a child to happen. As such, we should have minor involvement or responsibility in the matter. That's what I think. But I agree. Men do not have seed. Women have seed. They cultivate that seed within their womb, in their endometrium. As such, we should, as men, step back and stay out of the way and let women do it. Yeah.
All
Or
right.
just stay away from women. That works too.
Go ahead, Flashy.
That shit is funny, but I ain't gonna lie. Men have sperm, if whatever you want to call it, the seed. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I looked this shit up. Obviously, one can't work without the other. These women were talking about back in the days, which to me is quite irrelevant. because you guys cannot do that now. So no one gives a fuck. Back in the days, we had saber-toothed lions. Who
Oh,
cares?
you missed the part of the conversation was talking about the Y chromosome deteriorating.
Yeah, but unfortunately, it's not to the point where you guys are gonna start being the ones giving birth. And this is the weirdest part, right? Because this argument it doesn't make sense because you said based on the man's health and the man's eating habits is basically determines the health of the child. So to say that the man doesn't have he's basically irrelevant, right? But yet his health is the reason why the sperm is gonna come out healthy. That just doesn't make sense.
You say irrelevant. Who are you responding to?
Basically, everybody's saying that the man's
No. Who's saying that the men were just irrelevant?
all of y'all. Like, what are we talking about? Like,
That's not what I said.
everyone literally said that shit because you guys are making
I
it.
didn't say that.
You guys are
No,
framing
that's
it.
not what I said, though. Don't put words in my mouth.
Great, whatever. You guys are hinting at the fact that you guys basically create everything, right? It's
No, but
not,
everything that was
wasn't
said was not
hinting at it either,
it
though.
was
my gosh.
proven.
My-
It's not a
my-
hint.
It's not proven. You guys literally didn't prove nothing.
Literally everything has been. You can look it up. Everything.
I already did
You
this
can
shit.
look up.
Nothing you said. You talked about back in the days when women and men are mutational women.
Yeah,
That's
we
great.
didn't.
Hold on. Even let's say that's true, right? Let's say men are mutational women.
It is
Great.
true.
Okay, that's great. That's facts, right? Men are mutational women. We're not at that point where you guys can have make children without men, without sperm. You guys
Yes, we
cannot
are.
make.
Yes, we are.
There you go.
I just said that since 2007, scientists have been using the bone marrow to create stem cell sperm cells to impregnate women, and it has been a viable fertility treatment in Europe since 2007.
But how many children were produced from that?
Not enough for it to
Need to
matter,
look
but
that up.
And were they
It is enough to matter.
were they healthy?
Otherwise, yes, they're healthy.
Ooh, that is a good fact. Are they healthy? Are they mentally capable of like?
Yes, they're mentally capable. They're healthy children. And they survive. This has been going on in Europe since 2007.
So
Would
they
you rather,
get
would
the
you
bone
rather a
marrow from the
natural?
women.
Would you rather a natural creation or that?
Yes, they get the bone marrow from the
No, no, no.
women.
What
They
was
turn the
society?
bone marrow into stem cell sperm cells. They use those cells to fertilize the
So
egg, and it
science.
turns into a viable fetus. Yes, this is
Wait,
science.
so not
Not
something
science
natural. So
fiction,
wait, no,
not
no.
Star
So
Trek,
hold
not
on, hold
Star
on.
Shut the
Wars.
fuck
This
up
is
while she
science.
finishes.
So nothing
Let her
that's natural.
finish.
Oh, now she want to let
You must
people.
be new here. Like
No, you must be new here,
I
Now,
nigga.
promise you.
now she want to talk
Just
about
came
people
in
cutting
here.
people off.
Wait,
Now
hold
she
on,
want
hold
to
on. Did
talk
she
about
say nigger with the ER?
No, but I probably should have.
This is
now
where
she
we
want.
can't
Now she
get
want to talk about
anywhere.
cutting
Hold up,
people off.
hold
Now
up.
she
Let
saying,
Phoenix finish, y'all. Go ahead, Phoenix.
That shit
But
funny.
yes, this has been proven since 2007 in Europe that bone marrow cells can be used to turn into sperm cells, stem cells to create viable children
Okay, once
that
again,
do survive. They are healthy, and it's a viable form of fertilization treatment in Europe.
so science. So not
That's
nothing
not
natural.
true.
No, hold on. Let me finish. Let me
It's
respond to
just
that.
not
Let
true.
me respond to that. Let's say that's true, right? So you're using science, right? Modern day technology to do something that women cannot do naturally. And your whole argument, we're talking about something that is natural. You saying, oh, they can use bone marrow to make babies.
Is bone
Hold
marrow
on.
not
I'm not done
natural?
talking. No,
Involving
Is bone marrow
science is
not
not
natural?
what
involving
the fuck
science
are
is
we
not
talking about? How
natural.
can you just say that
Is
they're
bone
making
marrow not natural?
But if you
Yes or
involve
no?
a bunch of scientists in a
that doesn't
laboratory, it's
correlate?
not natural.
What are we talking
Is
about?
bone marrow
That,
natural?
that doesn't correlate. You know,
Yes or no?
it doesn't correlate.
It does
It
correlate.
doesn't correlate.
If it's from
she's
your
lying. She's
body
lying. She's lying.
It
I just looked
doesn't
it up.
and
correlate.
it's
You
from
A
your
woman's bone
cells,
marrow.
then
know how
it's
that works.
natural.
A woman's bone marrow
It
cannot
Look
is
at
how
them.
that
They're
works.
make
glitching.
functional sperm.
They're
That's not. That's a
glitching.
fact. That's a lie.
They're
Of course they're
Woman's bone
malfunctioning.
glitching
marrow.
because they're not
Woman's
doing
bone marrow cannot
research.
yet make functional sperm cells. That's a lie.
Yes, it
That's a lie.
does. Yes, it
Cite your source.
can.
Cite your source.
So
Cite your
L.
source.
Prior
Cite your
to, like I
source.
said,
Hold
we go
on.
back
What?
to,
Cite your source. Cite your
but no,
source.
so L. So
Why?
we go back.
Cite your source.
So we
Cite
go
your
back
source.
to
No. Cite her,
the
I want
one
her
to
to cite
2
her
billion
source.
of human
I
creation,
want her to
right?
cite her source. No, I want her to
So,
cite her source.
but L. So how did you say you
She's
don't
lying.
know? But now
She's
you're
lying.
saying something
She's lying.
definitive,
She's
right?
lying.
I'm not
She's
lying,
lying.
but
How
whatever.
did
Why
women
am I lying?
reproduce
Cite your
prior
source.
to the
Cite your
creation of the
source.
Y
Cite your
chromosome?
source.
Start repeating the same shit. Do
And
your
she's
own
lying.
research.
No, I already did.
No, you
I
didn't.
already did. I already did.
Hold
No,
on.
you
I
No,
want
didn't.
her
but
to cite her
L. But
source.
how did
Hold
women
I want her
on.
to cite her
reproduce
source.
prior
Quickly.
to the creation of the Y chromosome?
What? That's
We've been talking.
irrelevant to what we're talking
Just
about.
be antagonistic. So I'm
But
not
it's
talking.
not though.
No, because you're basically, I'm saying, you're saying that that's
No.
impossible for
It
women to
is.
be able to
It is.
reproduce without males when
No.
males literally didn't
She
exist
made
at
the
the
claim
beginning.
that women's bone marrow
No,
can be
but
used to
L,
make
you're
functional
saying
sperm, and
that
that's a
it's
lie.
impossible
That's
when
a
it has
lie.
already
It's not a lie,
happened.
No,
but
when?
sure,
When?
whatever.
When?
Hold on.
How
Do
did
your
women
own
Just
research,
When did
lady.
women's
reproduce
bone marrow be
prior
used to
to
create
the Y
sperm?
chromosome?
She's
Never.
lying.
I
Cite your
just
source.
told you
There
that
are
since
Oh,
2007,
but Prince.
scientists in
At
Europe
Newcastle
have been
University
using stem cells from bone
they
marrow
claimed,
But
to
Prince.
make. It's not a claim.
and
It's
Newcastle,
been
you can.
But
proven.
Prince, there are no related
Thank
reproductions
goodness.
from
My
that test.
God.
There are
There
zero children
are.
from zero.
There are.
There are not.
There are.
There were
Hold on, okay. Saying they are,
47,412
they not. Y'all not getting
transplants
anywhere.
and
Like,
zero
hold
viable
up.
children
Y'all gotta make a, hold
produced.
up, pause. Make a fucking point. Just going back and forth, say yeah, no. Like, that's annoying.
I mean, I made my point. It's
Your point
not
is
my fault that they just don't want to accept it.
but your point is mute.
Accept it as a fact,
It's
which
not
is
a
true.
fact because out of the
It is.
47,000, out of the
Well, let her
47,000.
You got it. You got it, nigga. You
Okay,
got
go
it.
ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Finish.
No, because you're not. You just have this need to be contrarian and this desire to
I'm
be
not
right
being
instead of
contrarian.
listening.
I'm just proving that you're
And you
wrong.
keep cutting me off. You keep cutting me off, sir. You need to stop that. I don't know what it is that you need to be. I am right. I am man. This and that and this and that.
Prince, just make the
I
point.
don't. But
Just
you
make
got
the
it.
point. Y'all keep going. All right, just go ahead.
Okay.
Just y'all just make point. All the back and forth shit is like. I'm sorry. Hold
My
up.
point.
Hold up.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. I'm over it. Y'all getting on my fucking nerves. Like, go somewhere else. Bye, y'all.